Throat Punch Thursday. I'm Brittany freaking Chavez, and I'm here to give you intuitive messages tonight. If you're catching this video on the replay, feel free to skip ahead to your favorite part or simply watch along and receive the messages and take what resonates with you and leave everything else behind. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight. As always, if you are watching this stream live, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, share the stream with your friends, and please go ahead and give me a comment so that we can get started with intuitive readings. As always, we're going to start with a general message, and this is a general message for what we have been experiencing this week. And got one card and two cards. And so what we see here, what we got for the energy that surrounds us is the Enlightenment card. And of course, the Enlightenment card is all about going through changes, like going through new spiritual changes and moving forward with direction and intention towards spirit, right? And so I feel like a lot of us have been going through a lot of energetic upgrades, a lot of upgrades in consciousness, and that's hitting us hard. That's hitting us real hard. I feel like we had this 7/7 portal yesterday, and that really drained a lot of folks. Like it really drained a lot of people. Like a lot of people were tired, just like drained of energy, crying. Like we're processing emotional upgrades right now and consciousness. And then moving forward, the path ahead and clarity for us for our general reading is this facade card, right? And this facade means that it's a message that we need to pay attention to the things that are really important to us, the really important things. And of course, that is really important when we're going through periods of enlightenment and periods of energetic upgrade, right? Because a lot of times if you feel overwhelmed with a lot of new energies, or perhaps things are not going your way, or you're getting new messages about consciousness or the way things are, and you're unhappy with where you're at right now, that can be really difficult for you to process. So it's important that you stay true to who you are and to your authentic self right now as we move forward on this path of enlightenment and of energetic upgrade. So I hope that general reading was helpful. I'm going to check the chat now. Anna says hello. Hi, Anna. If you would like a reading, go ahead and comment. Cameron said, may I ask a question? Have I outgrown my current romantic relationship, or are they still right for me? So let's go ahead and ask the cards for a little bit more clarity on this, Cameron. And anybody else who is watching this stream, feel free to comment, and I will get you a reading as well. Okay, we got one card. And here's the second card. Very cool. Okay, Cameron, this is a lot. This is a really big energy, a really big card of like alignment. So the energy that surrounds you is this discovery card. And of course, the discovery card is about entering into new spaces. And so the cards to me in this reading, it's not clear. It's not clear whether you have outgrown this relationship. What's clear to me is you are just like I was talking about in the general reading, you're experiencing all of these upgrades in consciousness the same as all of us. And so what you're doing with that is you're discovering who you are. You're discovering what feels right to you. You're discovering what is authentic. So you're going through a really big journey right now. And of course, the path ahead, the clarity card, what moves you forward is destiny, right? And so the destiny card speaks of choices. So what I think right now, Cameron, is that you have a lot of choices to make. And I think that the path forward is to be authentic to your true self. Remember, I talk about this a lot, but people try to get advice on how to manifest that next big thing, or, how to change their lives. But we're not paying attention to the energy of who we are and of what we really, truly, authentically need. And that is very important work. And it's also very scary work. It's very scary to be authentic to who you are. It's scary, terrifying. But that is the destiny. That is the path forward. And so you have choices to make. So it's possible that the person you're with now is somebody who could be a long-term partner. But it's also possible that they're not going to want to experience the energetic upgrades the way that you have. So, I would say grow with this person, be open with them, be honest. If you feel like you've grown apart and maybe your relationship, it's a little stale right now, there's nothing wrong with telling them that, right? You can be open, you can be honest, and you can find ways to move forward in authenticity with yourself. Just remember, if you decide to stay in this relationship, you must be authentic and true to you. And if you decide to leave, you must be authentic and true to you. And so I hope that one was helpful, Cameron. We'll go ahead and check this chat again. Anna posted a question. Pinky said that they would like a reading. Let's go ahead and read for Pinky. Anna, I will read for you next. A bunch of Facebook users are commenting, but I can't see who you are. Just put your name in the comment. One of the Facebook users said they're feeling sad. I can't tell who you are. So let me know your name so I can connect to your energy. And somebody else said that they're hoping for a reading. I also don't know who you are. Brittany, I will read for you. Cameron, you're very welcome. And Justice, if you would like a reading, feel free to comment and I'll get you one. So let's go ahead and we'll read for Pinky now. I'm just shuffling these cards. We got one card. Okay. And a second card. Oh, these are really good cards, Pinky. These are really good. This is going to be a really good message for you. So what we've got here for the energy that surrounds you is the complacency card. And of course, in this card, you see this this older woman. You know, the flowers are like withering. It's winter time. She looks kind of sad. And so this is the energy that surrounds you. It's kind of like, you know, been there, done that. Like, I've already seen this cycle before. And I've kind of I'm doing the same old things over and over again. Like, it's this energy of just being stagnant. And, you know, not because you're like, anything's wrong with you. It's just you're not really super feeling inspired and you're not really feeling that energy or that oomph of moving forward. And I feel like a lot of people are kind of stuck in that same cycle right now. So this is a very applicable message for the entire collective. I think that we're feeling extra complacent right now, extra stagnant right now, because we see the world changing around us and we're wondering how we can change as well. How can we shift our lives? So I think that's a very important question. And of course, your clarity card, the energy that moves you forward, is this growth card. And the growth card is all about grass. It's all about understanding things that are super, super like simple in life, but also super, super important. So the energy of the growth card tells us that sometimes the simplest things in life are what drive you forward. This is a deep message for you, Pinky, to be grateful, especially for simple things in your life. So if you've been feeling kind of stagnant energy and you don't really have a lot of direction, you don't really know which way to go, now what I would say is it's time to move forward in alignment with yourself, and I would spend some time outside in nature. I really feel like the growth card is telling you that if you can have a little bit more connection to nature, maybe like barefoot grounding and things like that, that it's going to be a lot easier for you to feel that connection and to gain inspiration. If you're stuck right now and you feel like you lack motivation, I want to remind you and affirm you that now is the time to back up and to stop seeking that motivation, stop seeking it. Because the more that you seek something, the more that you try to find motivation or try to get the willpower to do something, you're pushing it away. You're thinking about how all the reasons you don't want to do something, or all the reasons you don't want to manifest something, or all the reasons you don't want to change the energy around you every time that you're stuck in this energy of complacency. So instead of trying to motivate yourself to do something, take a step back and relax. And as you sit and relax, that inspiration starts to flow. You're no longer pushing against the subject that you're trying to manifest in your life. So I definitely think that this speaks to growth. And right now you might have a little bit of stagnant energy. I don't feel like that's a really big deal for you. I feel like you're pretty spiritually aware and you can clear this. It's just a matter of like getting your bearings and moving forward. And like I said, I really feel like grounding, like intentional grounding outside would be really good for you, Pinky. I hope that one helps. And let's go ahead and check this chat again. Okay, Anna says, hello, will I receive communication from my Aquarius next week? Sure, let's go ahead and read for Anna. Be kind to me in the chat, you guys. I do take quite a minute to do all these readings because I try to give long, intentional readings that are actually helpful for you. So just be patient. If you comment, I will give you a reading. And feel free to comment and also like this stream. That helps me. Subscribe. That really helps. So we're going to go ahead and pick a couple cards for Anna. Anna, this is a really interesting message. Really interesting. So the energy that surrounds you is this balance card. And of course, the balance card is all about figuring out what really matters in your life. It's about choosing you above all things, choosing you. And so you're asking specifically about love. What I would say is right now is the time to be focused on your balance. Is this person in particular interested in protecting your balance? Would they benefit your life, or would they disrupt your balance? And so I can't answer that question for you. Only you can answer that question. But this is definitely a clear message for you to think about your balance in the coming times. Think about especially how this person makes you feel when you're around them. Think about especially what kind of energy that they provide to you, or what kind of energy they bring to you, or how you feel when you're around this person. That's really important to think about and to consider right now. Oh wow, something weird happened to my camera, and I don't know what happened. That was weird. There we go. I don't even know. I am doing something new with my stream, so thank you for being patient with me. But yeah, so you have the energy of balance that surrounds you, and then the next card is workaholic. This makes me think that, and that's this card right here. This makes me think that this person is simply too busy right now. Like they're too busy to reach out because they're stuck in this energy of working, and maybe they're working to also protect their balance. So I feel like there's like some block between the two of you. And like I said, you need to protect your balance right now. That's a very clear message. And so maybe this person reaches out, maybe they're a little bit busy. I don't think now is the time to like totally close yourself off to the possibility of a relationship with this person. I just feel like there's some extenuating circumstances that perhaps you're not aware of. And that's why this person isn't reaching out quite yet. But remember, don't get your balance upset because somebody doesn't reach out to you, or you're not getting the type of attention that you need right now. Instead, try to seek that attention in other places. So try to fill yourself up with good friends, good family, and fun activities that you enjoy, things that help balance your spirit and fill you up emotionally and spiritually. I hope that one's helpful. And let's go ahead. Yeah, Facebook user commented, I can't tell who you are. Just comment your name. Another person. Don't know who you are. Okay, let's go ahead and read for Brittany. She says, I like the dual view. Oh, great. And that she would like a reading. She's hoping for there's no more transition business for her. Okay, Brittany, we'll go ahead and we'll do just a general reading for you. And I'm going to go ahead and pick 2 cards. Okay, we got 1 card. Oh, I feel like the first card is good news. It's good news for you, Brittany. Yeah, okay, so this is a really good message. I'm going to go ahead and flip to the cards again. So, Brittany, the card of the energy that surrounds you is this abundance card. And again, this abundance card talks about using your resources wisely. And really, it's about not getting caught up in the energy of what blocks you. And so in this card, you see there is this man who's fretting because he lost a gold coin. And over here on this little girl, she finds the gold coin, and she finds this ingenious way to like fish it out of the sewer. So this is a message for you that although you've been going through maybe some trying energy recently, now is the time to not get distracted with your goals. And it's like you're right there. Like you're being super smart. You're being fiscally responsible. You're like navigating all of this shift and change in good ways, in ways that protect your balance. But it's still in that energy of kind of like transition and shift. But I do feel like this transitional period is coming to a close for you, because the energy that surrounds you, this card, is perseverance. And of course, the message of perseverance is, just as you are ready to give up, that is when you're closest to your breakthrough. Like that energy of cloud and smoke and distraction is what is like the marker of your transition, of your breakthrough, of your next big thing. And so the message here is very clear. The message is keep doing what you're doing, keep working through this energy. And like I said, it does seem to me like it's coming to the end of this cycle of transformation. It's like now we can have a little cool down. But the abundance card, especially in that first position, that makes me think that that stability in money is definitely a major theme in your life right now. So that's wonderful. I bless you with that one. Okay, Mayy Bee asked if she could have a message for sure. And then we'll read for Jades. And then, oh, yay, Emery's here too. And then we'll read for Justice, Darla, Cassie, Elaine. Yeah, there's a lot of people commenting. Just be gentle with me. I will get to you if you have commented. And so we're going to go ahead and read for May right now. And like I said, if you're still watching this stream, feel free to thumbs up, subscribe, share. That really helps me out. So May, you've got one card. This is going to be a good one too, I can tell. Oh, very nice. So May, the energy that surrounds you is the perfection card. And of course, in this card, we see this person, a little girl probably, and she's enjoying fruits. And you can see inside of her, there's a little girl, another little girl. So she's like nourishing her inner child with this drive to consume. And so this is a strong message of releasing perfection and nurturing your inner child. I feel like a lot of us grow perfectionism tendencies because of things that were done to us when we were children. Either our parents or our school or our religion, somewhere along the line, told us that we weren't good enough, told us that we weren't trying hard enough, didn't honor our capabilities and our limitations, and therefore they criticized us too much. So a lot of people who had critical upbringings grow up to have these perfectionism tendencies. It's also really common for people with neurodiversities like ADHD and things like that to have perfectionism tendencies. And so I want you to know, May, if you are a perfectionist, your good enough is good enough. So now is the time to release that energy of perfection because it's actually blocking you. You're not releasing things that you need to release because you're worried that they're not absolutely perfect. Like you're worried you haven't, put out all the kinks yet. So the message here tonight for you, May, the energy that surrounds you is go for it. Go for it. Your good enough is good enough. And then when we look forward into your clarity card, the energy that moves you forward, you've got the gratitude card. And of course, the gratitude card speaks of good things. It speaks of blessings. And the way that you get good things, the way that you get blessings is by showing gratitude, really. The attitude of gratitude is what creates that energy of transmutation and attraction in your life. And whatever it is that you are grateful for is what continues to show up in your experience. So I would expect, if you haven't already noticed this, I would expect very shortly for you to discover many gifts. The energy of gifts. So like I'm talking like people take you out to dinner, you find a $20 bill, like you are going to receive gifts and release your need for perfection. That also helps you and drives you forward. You have a lot to offer people and you're holding yourself back because you're afraid that it's not absolutely perfect. So I hope that one helps me. So we'll go ahead and we'll read for Jades now. Jades Cloud. Hi, Jades. Or maybe I should call you Cloud. Let me shuffle these cards. All right, we've got one card for Jade. And here's the second card. Oh, interesting. So Jade, the energy that surrounds you is the victim card. And this card, you see a squirrel and a dragon, and they're both fighting over this acorn. And the acorn feels totally helpless. Like they feel like they're not even a part of this situation. So this energy, Jade, really speaks to kind of like maybe a little bit of a stuck mindset where you feel like you have been victimized. And you know what? Honoring the energy of the victim is really super important. I don't think enough spiritual people talk about this. We all talk about victim mindset and getting out of the victim mindset. And that's truly important. I think that helps you with healing and that helps you move forward. But you also have to honor the victim. If you're feeling hurt, it's probably because somebody hurt you. Somebody hurt you along the line. Or maybe you're taking things too personally right now because somebody hurt you before in the past. So either way, you have been hurt. So honor that hurt. Honor that hurt. If you're feeling like you're stuck and you're on the struggle bus today, that's okay. Tomorrow's a new day and it's time to get off the struggle bus. Honor who you are. Don't repress your feelings. Don't repress your sadness. Don't repress what you're going through. It's okay to be sad sometimes, but now is the energy of moving forward. And the energy, the alignment, your clarity is this gratitude card. So of course, the gratitude card is about, again, the attitude of gratitude, having this mindset where you are grateful for all the little things that you have. And like, this is so silly, but when I'm in one of those spirals or those funks, I like go on a drive or I like go on a walk and I'm grateful for every little thing that I see. So like if I see a tree when I'm on a walk, I'm like, This is the best tree I've ever seen. If I look up and I see the clouds, I'm like, this is the best cloud. And that really helps me get out of that energy of like being sad and feeling sorry for myself, because I start to realize, just notice everything that's around me. And it helps me think about other things. It distracts my energy. It creates a diversion in energy. And it's really super good for like shifting your energy and shifting your mindset from that victim attitude, from that victim space, into a more heart-centered gratitude space. I also see gifts for you as well. And this might be like a coming theme. You guys remember in the general reading at the beginning of this video, we talked about upgrades in consciousness. With these upgrades, people will receive gifts, okay? You will receive gifts. So expect people to take care of you. Even if they haven't taken care of you in the past, expect people to take care of you. Expect people to take you for coffee or something like that. Expect gifts. And again, if you want to see more gifts, you want more people to take care of you, the best way to create more of that in your experience is to pay attention to it, right? Pay attention to that and keep that attraction in your mindset. Instead of thinking about all the things that happened in the past, start thinking about how many people love you. Start thinking about how many people take care of you. Start thinking about gratitude. What you focus on expands in your life. If you focus on gratitude, if you focus on a heart-centered reality, those things continue to proliferate in your life. And I hope that that one was helpful. Okay, we're going to go ahead and read for Justice now. Justice. And anybody else who's still watching this stream, feel free to comment. I will read for you if you comment. I'll try to get through all of the readings tonight. Yeah, and just be patient, be kind with me, because this does take a while. I like to give really good in-depth readings. So we'll go ahead. We've got one card for Justice, and here's a second card. Oh, it's kind of doozy energy, Justice. You've got a doozy one. Here, we'll flip over and show you the cards. So the energy that surrounds you is the Enlightenment card. Now remember, this showed up in the general reading today. And so this is the energy that surrounds you. And it's kind of like, it's this idea that you're awakening, right? You're awakening to your power, you're awakening spiritually, and you're getting these energy upgrades. But sometimes this is a difficult process. It's difficult to be awake. It's easy to be asleep, right? And so you're in this process of moving forward and learning more about yourself, learning more about spirituality, and you're really like figuring out where you are and how you belong in the world. And the energy, the alignment, what moves you forward is this grief card. And in this card, you see this woman who is grieving the loss of her friend, of her little dog over here. And grief is a really heavy energy. I don't know if it maybe you've lost someone recently, or maybe you're grieving the loss of like a job or like a certain time in your life. You know, like a lot of people, when we change, we grieve, and we don't honor grief either in our society. So if you are grieving, if you're in the energy of grieving, again, honor that in yourself. You'll move forward in your own time. A lot of time, life changes bring enlightenment, right? They bring us clarity. Loss brings us clarity. We experience pain. We experience loss. We experience these victim times in our life, and they help us understand and appreciate the good times, the gratitude times. When you have been through a life of deep pain, you understand human emotion, and it helps drive you forward. You become a better person yourself. You understand, you have more empathy, you have more human connection. But don't let that grief drown you. Don't drown. You're okay to sit. You're okay to weep. You're okay to cry. You're okay to grieve. But don't sit in that energy of sadness and desperation. There's always a chance for peace. There's always a chance for healing. And so what I see for you, maybe a couple more weeks, I would say, of processing for you while you process this enlightenment, while you process this big change. But honestly, this is an event that moves you forward. This is an event that drives you forward, and you will be changed from this. And I also feel like you do get peace and respite from this. This is a growing experience, and sometimes growing is a little bit painful. So I hope that one was helpful too. Okay. So, Connie. Okay. Connie replied. So we're going to go ahead and read for Connie. And then we'll scroll down. I think, let's see. Angelica is next. Okay. So let's go ahead and we pull a card for Connie. We've got one. I'm just going to do a general reading for you, Connie. Oh, Connie, this is a good one. This is a really good message. So the energy that surrounds you is the guilt card. Okay, and in this card, you see somebody, she's a saint, right? She's doing everything, and she's taking care of her mother, who's an alcoholic, right? And so this speaks of a difficult time or energy alignment in your life where you are taking care of people and these people won't take care of themselves. So you are stuck here in this alignment of caring for others, and maybe you're not protecting your balance right now. You're giving too much of yourself, and it's leaving you feeling drained. It's leaving you feeling sad. It's leaving you feeling lonely. It's leaving you feel like you take care of everybody else and nobody else is there to take care of you. And that happens when you don't protect your balance, right? So now is the time for you to stand up for yourself and stop giving what you can't give freely. If you expect something in return, if you expect somebody to reciprocate, you shouldn't be giving at all. It's not good for you, and it's leading you to imbalances in your life. The clarity card, the energy that moves you forward, is gossip. So, and in this card, you see a woman doesn't care. She is just chilling with her life, and you see a bunch of Karens in the background, and they are so mad. They are so mad that this lady is chilling and living her best life. So, Connie, what this says to me is that this situation, it probably deals with obligations. It's very possible that this deals with either like church or family, and like you are being guilted essentially into taking care of people, and they won't make that effort to take care of themselves, and you're just feeling a little bit tired. So Connie, you don't have to take care of anybody. You have to take care of yourself. If you have animals, you have to take care of your animals. If you have small children, you have to take care of them. If you have adult children, they need to take care of themselves. If you've got, sick family or family that just doesn't, they don't want to help themselves out, and it's like they're taking all of your resources and you're feeling like so drained, now is the time to pull the plug on those people. And you don't have to be mean, right? You don't have to cut people out or be unkind, but you also don't have to give everything of yourself, right? You're causing imbalances for you. So Connie, my message to you would be, it's okay to let go. It's okay to set firm boundaries. And I feel like all of the upgrade that we're experiencing energetically in terms of our alignment and moving forward in the world is really pushing us to an energy of resetting boundaries. And remember, it's okay to grow and it's okay to change. It's okay to set new boundaries. So maybe in the past, maybe you haven't had very firm boundaries with this person or with these people or with this situation, but now is the time to rethink those boundaries and to really set good boundaries to protect yourself. Because honestly, you're the only one who gets hurt if you don't have boundaries. It doesn't hurt other people when you don't have boundaries. It only hurts you. So keep that intention in your mind, Connie. And I hope that one helps. If you would like a reading and you're still watching this stream, feel free to comment and I will get you a reading. But we're going to go ahead and read for Angelica, and she says, is tomorrow going to go as planned? Is tomorrow going to go as planned? Sure. Let's shuffle these cards. Okay, we've got one card. I've got mischief for you, Angelica. Mischief. So the energy that surrounds you is, again, it's this gossip card, okay? Gossip right here. And so you're living your best life right now and other people are talking trash about you, but it doesn't matter, okay? That is a very big theme here. It doesn't matter what other people are saying. The energy that's clarity that moves you forward is the soulmate card. So this could talk about it could talk about a lover or a partner. I don't feel like the partner energy is very harmonious. In fact, I feel like maybe they're the one who's either wrapped up in gossip or surrounded by gossip. So my I guess advice to you would be, Angelica, is that people are going to talk, right? If you make the right choice, people are going to talk about you and they're going to gossip and judge you. And if you make the wrong choice, people are going to talk about you and they're going to judge you. So instead of trying to figure out what choice is right and which choice is wrong, figure out which choice is in alignment with your authentic self. Okay. And don't worry about what these other people are saying, unless people pay your bills or like, I don't even know. No, that's it. Unless people pay your bills, they don't owe an entitlement or opinion over your life. Like nobody deserves to talk trash about you. And so you can set those firm boundaries for yourself. I really do feel like when people are trash talking, it's violent. So if people are trash talking you like in your face, like in person, all you have to do is recognize that they're doing something violent and say, what did you mean by that comment exactly? or say something like, you know, this comment made me feel a certain way, but just openly state the way that they make you feel, or openly state what they're doing. And that's a really good way to diffuse violence, and especially to diffuse like antsy people that are causing chaos. I do see a little chaos and drama. I don't think things turn out bad tomorrow. I think perhaps they turn out unexpected, but everything is good because this is all driving you forward on your path of alignment, on your path of authentic expression. And you're the driver of your authentic expression. So the more you are true to yourself, the easier your life gets. The more that things that do not serve you fall away. And it might be painful to lose things that don't serve you in the moment, but it's always okay, because in the future, you are more in alignment with your true self, with your best and highest good, and with your energy, the energy that drives you forward. And I hope that that one's helpful, Angelica. Oh, Justice wants to ask a question. I hope that that question was helpful. Darla said, I'd love to hear what my message is. Sure, we'll read for Darla, Cassie, and then Elaine. Okay. And anybody else commenting or watching the stream, feel free to comment. I don't mind, you guys, if you ask a question or you tell me like what area of life that you're looking for advice in. Oh, Darla, interesting. We've got one card for you. And here's a second card. Okay, Darla, the energy that surrounds you, again, is this soulmate card. This is interesting energy, right? The soulmate card, a lot of times it talks about, oh, it's not the soulmate card, it's the discovery card. I can't read, and the cards are upside down for me, so be kind. But Darla, you've got the discovery card. So this is a card, I feel like maybe it's supposed to be about a soulmate. Like this might actually be about a partner, because I did say soulmate and it's not. It is not the soulmate card. So I would be thinking about partnerships. I would be thinking about partner energy. It might be like a romantic partner. It might be like a business partner. This is harmonious energy for partnerships for you. But you are on this path of self-discovery. So you are discovering who you are, and you are trying to find partnerships and alignments, people, experiences, situations, co-creators. You are trying to attract these people into your life who benefit you. Mutual partnerships, mutual beneficial relationships. So these are not imbalanced relationships where you take everything from them and they're leaving feeling sad and drained. And likewise, that's not where you're giving everything to somebody else and they never reciprocate. This is harmonious energy. And these energies, these alignments, these relationships move you forward, and you discover who you are based on these people that you meet. They're almost like, they're not better than you, right? They're not teachers per se, like in the Western idea of things. They are more your equals, and they want to help you harmoniously. So this is very good energy with partnerships, Darla. And the energy that moves you forward, your clarity card, is the quest, right? And the quest card speaks about getting so wrapped up in the idea of solving a problem that you forget where your heart stands. You forget where your heart leads you. And in this card, you see this old woman. She left on a journey, and she left for so long that when she came back, she didn't recognize who she was. And so this is of course a metaphor for our lives, right? We are perceptual beings, and so a lot of times we get caught up in situations, we get caught up in the idea of something, and we don't stay true to who we are and to our hearts, and so we lose ourselves, and that can be very painful. It can be very painful if you've invested a lot of time in something to just wake up one day and say, this isn't working for me anymore. I've got to do something different. So the message here is stay true to yourself, and also be on the lookout for people who are harmonious creators in your existence, harmonious partnerships. I feel like that's a very good message, very good theme for you, Darla. Okay, we'll go ahead and read for Cassie now. Thanks for waiting for me, guys. You guys are wonderful. So Cassie, we'll pull 2 cards for you. Just give me a second. I'm shuffling. Okay, we've got 1. I just saw one of your live videos, Cassie. You're awesome. You've got great camera presence. I'm enjoying watching you. Okay, so we've got, man, Cassie. Okay, this is a little heavy. Take a deep breath with me really quick. Okay, deep breath. So Cassie, the energy that surrounds you is the workaholic card, right? This is a card of, it's kind of like the perfection card. They are very much related, but this card in fact speaks to having a lot of projects that you don't finish them because you're so busy, again, working on this idea of work. Like you're trying to be productive, you're trying to move forward, you're trying to be harmonious with yourself, but you're also working a little bit too hard. And so you're doing the things that other people are telling you to do, and so you feel real productive, but like you're not getting the results that you need. And so my energy, or my, I guess, advice for your life right now, for your situation, is to really evaluate what you're doing, to really evaluate the type of work that you're doing, and to honestly, if this is business related, look at analytics and start to see, what kind of posts do people really enjoy? What kind of videos do people really enjoy? What works, what doesn't? So you're going to really deeply dive into analytics, I feel like, and do things that are productive for your business, not necessarily things that other people say work. And so this takes a lot of time and a lot of research. But again, the clarity card, the energy that moves you forward, is perfection. All right. And the perfection card is about your good enough is good enough. And again, if you are a person that struggles with ADHD, or maybe, everybody's got a little childhood trauma, right? Aren't we all like, isn't that make like an interesting person? We're all peppered with a little trauma. But childhood trauma and ADHD and even autism, things like that, they can really force you to like think about being a perfectionist. Like you feel like, I can't put out content, or I can't do anything unless it's absolutely perfect. And so Cassie, what I'm being told right now is you've got a lot of like potential. You might even have like a lot of ideas and things, or even things that you've started working on, you just haven't given those to other people yet. You haven't put them out because you're not sure of yourself. And so this is a message to be more confident, to understand that you're good enough is good enough. And now is the time to move forward in energy, harmony, alignment with who you truly are. Okay. And to release what other people's expectations are of you. So stop doing the things that other people say work, and do what really works for you. Most of the time, if you're looking for more inspiration, most of the time what really works for you is the things that you enjoy doing. So find something that you really enjoy doing, especially in regards to business or productivity, and keep doing that instead of what everybody else says, because what everybody else says doesn't matter. They're not running your business. They're not paying your bills. Don't listen to them. Listen to you. And let's move forward. Okay, so we're going to read for Elaine, then we will read for Michael Williams, then Carly. Jade commented and said that reading really resonated. Thank you so much, Jade. And Emery would like a reading as well. Yes, Emery, we'll read for you as well. So Elaine and then Michael. All right, Elaine, I'm going to pull one card. Elaine, I feel like every time I do a reading for you, it's very similar. No matter if I shift decks or whatever, it's like you're just in this one type of energy. So I don't know if that's good or bad. But the energy that surrounds you tonight, Elaine, is this isolation card. And so isolation speaks to not using your resources well, okay? It's not that you don't have resources or that you're stuck. It's just that you're not using your resources the way that you could to get the most maximum benefit, right? And so in this card, you see somebody who's got this beautifully pressed suit, and they bought the suit because they had hoped that somebody would invite them to a fancy dinner. But when the time comes, when they get that invitation, they don't want to wear the suit. They say, I have nothing to wear, and I don't want to wear the one suit that I have, because what if I spill wine on it? What if it gets dirty? So it's like this idea of, you have a lot of potential, you have a lot of resources, but you're kind of holding yourself back because you're worried, like, what if the resources get exhausted? And my friend, resources are meant to be exhausted. This also speaks to the energy of isolation, which, I mean, we called the whole COVID-19 period isolation. We're like, we need to isolate ourselves and not get sick. So like a lot of people have it in their minds and their psyches that we need to isolate ourselves. A lot of us have even pulled back from social media. So now we don't have friends, we're social distancing. And we're not even posting online to keep up with our online friendships. So this is a message as well to just put yourself out there. If you're still concerned about the coronavirus, find activities that are safe for you. And what I've been recommending to a lot of people is find a pod, right? Find a pod of people who are open about their exposure, and get out there. Like, this is a strong message. You need to get out there, and perhaps maybe join some new online communities if you feel like you're lacking that friendship and you just can't get out there. But this is a strong message that you are good enough. The things that you have are good enough, and you can move forward and break that kind of heavy, dense energy of isolation. The clarity card, the energy that moves you forward, is faith, of course. And faith talks about trusting yourself, but also listening to your own heart, Elaine. And so what this says is that you already know the answers here. You already know what you're looking for. You know what the path forward looks like for you, but you have to trust your own heart. And the faith card asks you a very important question, Elaine. It asks, are you living in a way that honors your heart, or are you living in a way that goes against your heart? And if the answer is you're not honoring your heart, you're going against your heart, now is the time to make adjustments and make changes in your life. And perhaps this is even a message to calculate resources. What kind of people do I know? What kind of assets do I have? And how can I use them to my maximum potential? I find that a lot of people don't realize how much they have because they have so much it overwhelms them. So this might be a time to categorize, but either way, it's a message of getting out there and opening yourself up, and perhaps even seeking support or taking risks and joining new communities and opening yourself to opportunities to meet new people and to gain that in-person support. And I hope that one's helpful too. So we'll go ahead and read for Michael, then Carly, then Emery. Okay, Michael, we're going to shuffle. We got one card. And here's the second card. All right, this one's a little heavy too, Michael. So the energy that surrounds you is this card, and it's called Rejection. And so I always think that this guy looks a little bit like John Lennon, but he's like a painter. And this card is about, you don't finish anything. Like, you have a lot of these projects, you have a lot of these ideas, and you're so afraid that somebody is going to reject you or criticize you that you just can't step forward and finish any projects. And so this is a strong message that, again, you're good enough is good enough, and it's time to put whatever you have out there. So if you have art that you have left unfinished, or projects that you've left unfinished, or maybe even a manuscript, maybe you're writing a book or something and you're it's just not done yet, it's not good enough. Now is the time to send it to the editor, to put it out there, to send it to the marketing team. Move forward, Michael. Move forward with authenticity to yourself, and don't think about whether people will like it or not, because really it doesn't matter. Whatever it is that you have, whatever it is that you're working on, what's most important is that you enjoy the process of creating it. Right? And we get stuck in these capitalist mindsets where we think we have to have something that's good enough. We have to have something that people will buy. We have to have something that people will enjoy, or it's not good enough for me to release it. And honestly, if you enjoy the process, then it's worth it. It's worth it. It's good enough. It is good enough. So release that idea that things have to be a certain way, or that certain people have to approve of what you're doing. Just move forward and do it. And of course, the energy that moves you forward is completion. I strongly feel like this is a long-term cycle of rejection that you have been dealing with in your life. And moving forward, being authentic to yourself, being authentic with who you are, is what breaks this cycle of rejection. So like I said, my advice to you is, now is the time to move forward and just put it out there. Just put it out there. Just do it. Just do whatever it is that you love to do. And don't worry about other people's judgment. Like I said in one of those previous readings, people judge you. End of story. It doesn't matter if you do things that people expect, or you do things that are unexpected. People judge you no matter what. So who cares about the judgment? Just follow your own heart. Just listen to what is right for you, because you are the ruler of your own experience. So move forward in authentic expression with who you are. Okay, Facebook user says that they'd like to know if they're in the right line of work. Ask the question again, but this time put your name in the comment, because I can't see who you are. And another Facebook user said their readings are always appreciated. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. But let's go ahead and read for, we'll read for Emery, and then we'll read for Kaitlin, and then we'll read for, I don't know. There's too many people commenting. Hang on. If you commented, I will read for you. But let's read for Emery really quick, and we'll see. She says, can you do a reading for me? I can't tell if I'm manifesting the right things or if I'm just being delusional about what direction I should go. Yeah, that's rough with spiritual people. I feel like we ride a fine line between alignment and insanity. And I really feel like sometimes alignment with spirit and alignment with your true self, alignment with your heart, looks like insanity to other people. And so again, my message to you and everybody else is, people always judge. So What does it matter? But let's see what the cards have to say. So we got one card for you. And we've got a second card for you. Okay. All right. All right. This is an interesting message, Emery. I hope it resonates. But the energy that surrounds you is soulmate. Okay, it's soulmate. So this card, I feel like for you, this is a harmonious card for soulmate. And this means that you have manifested, I don't know if they're a soulmate or if they're a twin flame. I really feel like they're just a good life partner. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be a friend partner. It could be a business partner. All of these things are possible. But you have manifested a harmonious partner in your experience. And maybe not everybody sees them as harmonious, right? Your clarity card, the energy that moves you forward, is perception, which is a message of really like believing yourself and taking the next step towards that next big thing. So if you're asking about like, am I crazy or am I actually manifesting this? What I would say is you have people there to support you. You have a really awesome partner right now. And you're moving forward in alignment with who you truly are. Like you're doing all these things that I'm always like preaching about. So now is the time to take a risk, to take a chance on yourself. Whatever it is that you think that you're manifesting, you already are. You already are. And you are like starting a snowball almost. It's like you're like compacting a bunch of energy and you're really loving on this idea, this desire, this manifestation, and you're just like rolling it around in snow, and it's going to be a really big snow boulder here in a minute. So what I would say is you're doing the right things. You're doing the right things. When you are manifesting, it is most important to think of what, right? Who, how, why, or not why. Why is important. What and why is important, but who and when is it going to happen? Those are not important things, right? Because if you have this energy and this alignment of what it is and why it is and what you feel like when you attain it, it's very easy for the universe to rise up to meet you. So what I would say is release the who, release the when, and move forward in alignment with yourself, because you've got really big things moving towards you, Emery. And I hope that one helps. Okay, we'll go ahead and read for Kaitlin. And you're very welcome in advance, Kaitlin. So let's go ahead. We've got one card for Kaitlin. And here's a second card. Oh, these are really interesting, Kaitlin. So the energy that surrounds you is this self-worth card. And this self-worth card is about a little girl who travels outside of her village, and she finds this beautiful chair, like it's a throne of self-worth. And this means that she is like ordained by the gods to do something great. And because she got this message, because she saw this salmon throne, she knows that she will do great things. And she goes back to her village and nobody believes her. Nobody believes that she actually saw the salmon throne. And you know what? Ultimately, it doesn't matter, because you are what you think you are, not what everybody else thinks you are. And so the energy, the alignment for you right now is to understand that you are worth it. You are worth that thing that you're trying to manifest. You are worth that partner. You're worth that connection. You're worth that new job. You're worth that big house. You're worth all of those things. And the energy that moves you forward, your clarity card, is this discovery card. So this is the energy of learning new things about yourself, right? And so this is a common theme, right? Both of these cards are about discovering new facets of yourself, discovering who you really are. So now your job, Kaitlin, is to find the alignment, find the thread, right? You have a glimpse, you have a taste of who you are. You have this idea of who you want to be. You have an idea of what your heart needs. And it doesn't matter if other people think you're worth it or not. That is totally irrelevant. You know your worth. You know your birthright. You know all the karmic credit you're about to claim. And so what other people think doesn't matter. You're on the path, my friend. You're on the path of alignment to your true self, not to any deity, any person, any idea. You're in alignment with yourself. And that is the most valuable thing that anybody could ever have, is alignment. So keep pushing that alignment. And remember, just because somebody else can't see your value doesn't mean that your value doesn't exist. It means that that person is blind. They can't see it. So as long as you know your value, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Okay, let's go ahead and read for Laken. Oh, and you guys, if you're still watching the stream, please press that like button, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. But let's go ahead and pull a couple cards for Laken, and then we can read for NC. And like I said, anybody else still watching this stream, feel free to comment, and I will get a reading for you as well. Here we go, Laken. We've got one card. Ooh, okay, it's really hot in here, but I just got chills, so this is important, Laken. Here we go, and we got the second card. Ooh, okay, so this is a really interesting message. I've got lots of chills now. So the energy that surrounds you, Laken, is the energy of miracle, right? See this? And so what this means is something unexpected is going to happen. Like in this card, we see like a tree stump and like fire, like all this magic coming out of this this tree stump. And what this means is that quite literally, you're going to experience something very crazy, like unexpected, weird shift of events. But it's going to be good. Like it's going to be a good shift of events. Unfortunately, the clarity card, the energy that moves you forward, is this trickery card. It's this trickery card. And the trickery card is about understanding that what you have is good, and don't let other people try to trick you out of it. So like basically, if a deal sounds too good to be true, it is. So Laken, this means to me that you are experiencing energy alignment and quite literally miracles. And if you don't know what that means right now, it's like coming up soon, like in the next 10 days soon. But the trickery card is also in your future. So what this means is that sometimes people don't know a good thing when it hits them in the face. So don't be this person. Look out for these gifts and expect a miracle to come to you. But also know that sometimes when you get good stuff, other people want in on it. Sometimes people say, you got this good thing. Hey, if you give it to me, I'll make it 10 times better. So this is a message of someone trying to like trick you out of this miracle. Don't let somebody talk you out of it. If it's good, it's for you. If somebody tries to like offer you a partnership or something, I wouldn't take that partnership right now. I'd be very leery of like partnerships and moving pieces, right? So accept gifts for you. Be wary of what other people have to say. It's okay to listen to them, but don't make any hasty reactions, because I feel like there's something that's going on behind the scenes and you're just not aware right now. You're just not aware of all of the energetic facets. So wait to get more information, but good things are coming to you, Laken. I hope that one's helpful. Okay, let's go ahead and read for NC. Oh, Emery says that the readings are powerful and beautiful. You're very welcome. Okay, NC says, what are SC's current thoughts about me? What are SC's current thoughts about me? Anybody who just tuned into this live stream, feel free to press that like button, subscribe, share. All those things really super help me. But comment if you would like a reading, and I'll go ahead and get a reading for you too. Okay, we got one card for you, NC. What are SC's current thoughts about me? And here's a second card. Okay, so this, I don't know, it doesn't look good. The energy that surrounds you is the rejection card. And so I strongly feel like this person is just they're not in alignment with you right now. That doesn't mean that they can never be in alignment with you. It just means that this is not where your energy is right now. It's not where their energy is right now. So I would say if you're asking or waiting for somebody to reach out to you, I wouldn't hold my breath on it. And I really feel like this person is holding you back, like creatively. Like there's so much else that you could be doing right now, but you're worried about this person, and it's like affecting your alignment. And the clarity card, the energy that moves you forward, is this completion card. So if you ask me, this might be a person that you've known for some time, a deal of time. And like I said, that alignment is just not there. And now it's time to kind of complete that cycle or to gain closure with that person. So I would say, like, if you're super interested in this person, I might confront them and be like, hey, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on live stream, like piss or get off the pot, basically. Like this is the energy of this relationship right now. Like, are you interested? Okay, great. Let's do something. If you're not, you're just taking up mental real estate, and I don't have time for it, basically. So I wish you clarity and direction, NC, and I hope that one's helpful. All right, my friends. Oh, Mina says, hey, fam. How you doing, Mina? Okay, so I've got a Facebook user says, can I have a reading? She says, hopeful, if that's different. Go ahead and Ask the question again, but put your name because I can't see who you are. Okay, and we've got another person who commented. They're called TryHard. What does Spirit want me to know? Thanks, sending you many blessings. Thank you, TryHard. Thank you for sending me blessings. I really appreciate that. Let's go ahead and pull a couple cards for you. I've got one card. TryHard, you're trying too hard. That's what Spirit wants you to know. Spirit wants you to know that literally, you are working way too hard. And I'll show you what these cards are, right? So the energy that surrounds you, TryHard, is this workaholic card, right? And that means that literally you are working too hard. Like you're doing way too much right now. And you're forgetting how wonderful it is to be alive. You're forgetting how wonderful it is to do the job in your chosen field. And you're like hustling essentially. You guys, listen here. This is a really important message. We live in a capitalist society, newsflash, if you haven't recognized, and people are experiencing a labor shortage. Either too many people died from the coronavirus, now there's not enough workers, or too many people are too scared to go back to work. So those of us who are working overtime, double time, triple time, because employers can't find other work. They can't find other people. It's okay to say no to your employer. It's okay to say no. It's okay to have boundaries. It's okay to put in your hours and to go home. You don't have to pick up extra shifts. So this is a strong message that even though the world is not in alignment with who you are, not in alignment with your inner being, not in alignment with your highest good, you can be in alignment with who you are. So don't work too hard. Now is a clear indication, clear message that you need some rest, right? You need to take some time off. If you can, if you have the money, if you have the means, take off for a whole weekend. Go to the woods. Go rent a cabin. Get out of town. Stop working too hard. You're going to drain yourself, right? If you don't take time to rest, to recharge, to listen to yourself, you're going to get sick, right? Or worse, who knows? Take it from me. Don't be a workaholic. This is usually either an avoidant tendency or it's a tendency that you have because people are guilting you into working too much. So stop working so much. It's okay to work. Hard work is good. But you need to have balance right now. You need to have balance. And the energy that moves you forward is the service card. This makes me think that you work in a service industry, okay? And you got into this because you really love helping people, but now you're doing it because you feel obligated. I would actually die right here in this chair if you told me you were like a CNA or something, because I feel like strong, like service energy. And I think it would be super funny if that is you. But my message to you is, you don't have to work all the time, even if they are short-staffed, and you need to take time for you. Like you are not a machine, right? We have factories, we have machines, and they work all the time, and that's great, but we're not machines, we're humans. We're humans. And if you work in a service industry, it is all the more important that you rest and recharge yourself. Because if you keep coming into work and you are run down, like I said, you're going to get sick, or you're not going to be very good to the people you're serving. You're going to be tired. You're going to be short with them. You're going to be irritated. So you got into this position to help people. You're not helping anybody. You're not even helping yourself at this point. So sorry, service Spirit was a little angry today. The message is be kinder to you. Be kinder to you and rest a little bit. You're working too hard. You're working too hard. Okay, somebody on Facebook says, can I have a card? For sure, just comment again, but put your name so I can connect to you. Okay, Valerie says, can I have a reading? She says, hoping it's different. Oh, Valerie, I understand. I think we did a reading for you recently within the last week or two, and that was mean. I was like, did I just say that after I did your reading? Whew, that was a little rough. I'm sorry. Let's see what the cards say. Hopefully they're a little nicer this week, Valerie. So we got one card and here's the second card. No, this one's nicer. This is like, I'm gonna like pet your head, scratch your ear, and like everything's good today. So the energy that surrounds you is this, again, it's this quest card. And this is the message of being too caught up in your surroundings, being too caught up in the idea of something, and you forgetting who you are. You're forgetting who you are. And this is something that I think a lot of us have experienced, like a loss of identity. And major life changes create a loss in identity. So if you've ever had kids, if you've ever been pregnant, if you've ever gotten married, if you've ever changed jobs, if you've ever gone to college, these are all major life changes. And when we experience these major changes to our energy and to our energy field, to the energy that surrounds us, a lot of times it causes us to forget who we are. It causes us to forget why we're here. It causes us to forget what brings us joy. Okay. And so this is common, right? It's common to forget who you are. This is a wake up call. It's a wake up call. You know who you are. You know what you want out of life. You know who you want to be surrounded with. And so now is the message to get out there and get those things for yourself, right? Get those things fearlessly. Take no pity and move forward and take those things that you want. Take them. The clarity card, the energy that moves you forward, is this faith card. Okay. And faith is the message of, again, honoring your own heart. So these are really good cards if you are looking to move forward and kind of like transition your lifestyle into something totally new. The faith card reminds you that while life is changing all around you, you have to make peace with your own heart. You have to make peace with your own existence here. Okay. So the message of the faith card says, am I walking in alignment with my heart? Am I walking in alignment with the things that I need? Or am I going against my heart? Am I going against my energy? Am I going against what I know to be right, what I know to be true, what I know to be good for me? And so this is really a message, Valerie, of alignment, When I tune into your energy, I don't feel anything like bombshell happening in the next like week or so. I feel like it's smooth sailing, but you're still going through a lot. So you're processing. So remember to hold yourself. Remember to take baths and be kind to yourself. Chill, rest. Don't work too much while you're going through everything, and just breathe. Just breathe. You're figuring out who you are, and it's going to take some time. And some people might not like who you are after you find yourself again. And it doesn't matter. They don't pay your bills anyway. So just move forward and be true to you, because you're the only one who matters. And I hope that one's helpful. That was maybe a little mean, Valerie. Sorry. So Celeste tunes in and she says she would like a reading. For sure, Celeste, for sure. And I know I've got a couple more comments. April would like a reading. Darla, I did read for you earlier. Susan would like a reading. And Tiffany, and there's a bunch of other people who commented. So just be patient with me and I'll get to you if you commented. But let's go ahead and we'll read for Celeste. I'm going to shuffle for you, Celeste. Okay, we've got one card. And here's a second card. All right. So the energy that surrounds you, Celeste, is the completion card, right? And this one, it always looks like a little bit scary. There's like people dying and there's funerals, but like the message of this card is like, look at back here. There's storm clouds in the front. People are dying, but people are passing on as well, which is good. And there are a sun is rising in the background. So this is a really strong message to me that things are changing in your life. They're shifting and you're completing some of these old cycles. I really feel like, I think maybe it was last week I did a reading for you and I was like talking about something like, you need to do what you need to do to be happy, even though life is changing and people might not be happy with you. You still need to be happy. Actually, it kind of sounded like Valerie's reading, but this is the message to you that things are shifting and changing. And while it might feel like some cycles are ending, this is good for you. This is good for your energy. This is good for your alignment. And it's hard. It's really hard. It's really hard when things shift and change, especially if we got used to them. You know, maybe you didn't like things, but you got used to it for sure. That's what we do with our life, especially if we feel like we don't have options. So now is the message that things are changing for you. Things are changing, and that's okay. Honor that change. Honor who you are as a person as you change. And your clarity card, the energy that moves you forward, is this prayer card. All right. And the prayer card is a message that even if you feel like there's like a fork in the road or like bumps along the way, if you feel like there's been a major monkey wrench that got thrown into your experience, just know that there's no such thing as coincidence. There's no such thing as monkey wrench. There's only the path of least resistance. And so what that means is that you are walking forward in the path of least resistance, and you can't control other people. And sometimes flux, energy, the universe throws weird things in our path, weird things in our energy, but that is not a reflection on who you are. It's not a punishment, and it's okay. Even those really horrible things lead you to alignment. It leads you to a different experience. It leads you to a chapter of growth, a chapter again of you finding your authentic self. So this is a message, I think, of maybe validation, right? Of things are changing, but it's good change. It's good change, even if it feels a little difficult or a little choppy right now. It's good. It's good. It's all good. So just breathe, relax, honor yourself, and feel the feelings, right? I feel like sometimes change is difficult. Change is difficult, especially if it's your identity is changing with all these changes as well. So honor yourself as this new person starts to emerge. Honor yourself. And you guys, anybody who's still watching this reading, I do go through these videos and I chapter each of the readings. So you can skip ahead or come back to your reading tomorrow after I've put in the chapters, which is really super great. But let's go ahead and read for April. April said, could I get a reading? She met a man recently. Cool. Let's pull a couple cards and see what the reading or what the cards say for April. Okay, I like the first one. Oh, one fell out. Okay, so that one actually fell on the floor. If it falls on the floor, that means it's like super big energy, April. So the energy that surrounds you is the joy card. Right? So this talks about your present experience. You're experiencing a lot of joy. This person might be super fun. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's their personality. Maybe it's what they add to your life, what they bring to the table. But either way, this person is really super fun. However, the clarity card, what drives you forward is perfection. So this is a message to me that, you know, while this person you met, they might not be like perfect in every single way for you. That's okay. That's okay. Nobody is perfect. And what life is about, especially relationships, partnerships, it's not necessarily about finding somebody who's perfect or finding somebody who totally completes us. Rather, it's about finding somebody who can be an adequate co-creator in your experience. Somebody who's going to co-create magic and not co-create mischief. So if this person is an adequate co-creator, if you are enjoying the time with them, if you have joy in your experience, don't worry about things not being perfect, right? Because you're co-creating your existence. You're co-creating your quantum realities. And so what this means for you is there's a possibility to co-create perfection later. Don't be caught up on perfection right now. And this is also a message of not letting your past experiences taint the experience that you're having right now. So if you have experienced a lot of issues with love in the past where you're like, those people were not the ones, and like now you're in this new relationship and you're like, I really enjoy this person, and they do like one little thing, it's pretty harmless, but it's like it reminds you of something that somebody else used to do that led to more problems down the road. The message is here: be authentic with yourself, be honest, practice honest and authentic conscious communication with this person as well, to kind of test the waters out to see if they're a good fit for you, and make sure that you're open and honest, but don't punish them for things they didn't do. Don't punish them because you had bad experiences in the past. When you experience love and you have partners in the past, they all teach you something. So you come forward with the wisdom of those love experiences that you've had in the past, with the knowledge that you know how to love people better now in the future. You know how you better want to be treated now in the future. But again, don't punish people for past mistakes. Those are things that this person you're with now, he didn't do any of those things that people have done to you in the past. So this is a message of being cautious, not of the relationship, but being cautious of yourself, and being kind to yourself too, as you shift and change, and have compassion for yourself as you think about entering into a new relationship. But right now it looks to me like it's harmonious. Don't put your foot in your mouth. That's my favorite thing to do ever. I put my foot in my mouth all the time. So don't pull a me and put your foot in your mouth. Just chill. Just be a little chill. Susan says she would like a reading. She asked, is my guy friend genuine? Is he genuine? Let's go ahead and then Tiffany commented. We'll read for Tiffany. Kori would like a reading. Kori on YouTube. Jacob would like a reading for sure. Lizzie would like a reading for sure. And you guys who have been commenting for some time, just like I said, be patient with me, and I will get to the readings in a minute. But Susan said she would like a relationship reading. So let's see. Is the guy friend genuine? We got one card and a second card. So this is interesting with your particular question. The energy that surrounds you is the grief card. So what this grief card says to me is that either you or this other person is going through some stuff. And if it's the other person who's going through some grief stuff, you might not even understand the extent of what it is that they're going through. They might be genuine, but also they're going through a lot. So take what they say with a grain of salt. I would say with this particular relationship, move pretty slowly if you're looking to change things. Because like I said, you don't have all the information right now. Like there are things going on, extenuating circumstances that you just don't understand it yet. And so this is like, it's like a yellow flag. It's not like drop this relationship and stop talking to this person. It's more like be gentle, be honoring. They're going through a lot, and be kind, but also move pretty slow. The alignment, the clarity card, what moves you forward is this prayer card. And again, the prayer card is all about understanding that there are forks in the road. There are changes that we experience, and sometimes life throws us unexpected experiences, and none of those unexpected experiences are bad. Instead, those unexpected experiences can be gifts or blessings. If you experience something that's really just wild and like it really upsets your energy, and maybe even it's like you're like, this was pretty bad, I did not enjoy this experience at all, it forces you to innovate, and it forces you to see life in different ways, in ways that you never would have seen life before if you hadn't experienced that thing. So be kind to yourself. I see changes along the way. And like I said, you don't have all the information about this relationship. So are they genuine? They could be genuine right now, but because they're going through a lot, who they are tomorrow could be different. So just be easy, be slow with yourself. Now it's time for a water break. Oh, water's great. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and read for Tiffany on YouTube. Tiffany says, hi there. I pray you're doing well. My question is, what is going on between, I'm sorry, I don't know what those signs are. I am not a Western astrology person, but I will definitely ask what's going on between you and this other person. So here's what it is, guys. I keep the sacred calendar. I keep the Tono Pohuali, and I do that Toltec calendar. So it's like the calendar that the Mayans and the Aztecs used, and that's how I do astrology. That's how I look up like compatibility readings. That's how I look up birth charts. I've actually got some birth charts that are really super fun that I do for celebrities, and you can check those out. I don't really know a lot about Western astrology. I'm like kind of broken on that. So I'm sorry, I don't know what those signs are. But Tiffany will go ahead and read for you. And so what's going on between these two people is the question that I ask. The energy that surrounds this situation is vanity. That's a really interesting card to get for like a love reading or for like a relationship reading. What this says to me is that in this relationship, you aren't grounded and you're not thinking about the things that are really super important. Or it's possible that you are grounded, you're thinking about what's important, you're thinking about your alignment, your best, your highest self, but this other person is not paying attention to what's important in life. They're like in this relationship more for appearances. And so this is a message to be really grounded in reality. I don't think that this necessarily means that you should like break it off with this person or something like that, because the energy that moves you forward, your clarity card is recovery. So what I see is that this relationship, what you're experiencing right now with this other person, it simply is a clarity relationship in this moment. And so it's not a bad relationship. It could be a lot of fun, but this is going to teach you a lesson in the long run. And make sure that you are in the relationship for the right reasons. And also, if this is important to you, if like substance and not superficiality, if substance is important to you in this relationship, now is the time to ask some more important questions and to gain some clarity. Is this person in this relationship for appearances or for vanity's sake, or do they really care about you on a more deeper level? And so if anything, now is the time to question, to have good conversations, and to move forward in alignment after getting that information. And I hope that one's helpful. Facebook user says, could I have a reading? I don't know who you are. If you comment again and leave your name, I will totally read for you. And Kori says, hey, could I be added? For sure. Kori, I'll go ahead and read for you. And then I can read for Jacob. And then Lizzie. Oh, Cassie from earlier said, that is so spot on and such an affirmation of where I'm at right now. Thank you. Yeah, you're so welcome. For sure. All right, Kori, let's go ahead and shuffle these cards. We've got one card for you. And here is that second card. All right, so you right now, Kori, you are experiencing enlightenment, awakening. You might be experiencing symptoms of awakening. You might be experiencing headaches, buzzing in your body, buzzing energy. You might be really super tired. You might just feel a lot of shift right now. And this shift is upsetting. It's upsetting other people in your life, in your experience. This shift is causing you to be a different person. So right now, Kori, you're a different person than you were a couple days ago. Okay, so that's really important. It's important to honor that. It's important to honor your transition. It's important to honor the fact that you have gotten new information and now you are a different person. And that's great. That's perfect. That's 100% wonderful for you. The energy that moves you forward is impartiality. So the way out is through in this circumstance, Kori. So what I would say is, even if people don't like who it is that you're becoming, even if people don't enjoy your enlightenment experience, even if people don't enjoy the choices that you make with yourself, with your life, with your energy, with your alignment, it does not matter. It does not matter, because you are to be impartial about this. The best way to move forward out of chaos energy with other people is to not give them the energy that they are seeking. And so this to me is a really strong message of, like I said, energetic alignment, energetic attunement. You're on this path, on this journey to figure out who you are. And so right now, that's what the most important thing is. And don't let other people judge you. And if people are like forcing you to like make comments or like to pick a side, just say like, you know, I need more information about this, or I'm not sure right now. Those are all appropriate responses. Also, no response is also a response. So don't let people drag you in different directions, and do what's best for you right now. Do what's best for you. So read for Jacob, and then Lizzie, and then Love, and then Andrea. I got Andrea next on Facebook. And so Jacob, let's go ahead and pull a couple cards for you. We got one card, and here's a second card for Jacob. Jacob, you ask a card about a relationship, and I got, again, this Enlightenment card, and that's your clarity card. So the energy that moves you forward, the energy that surrounds you, is the perception card. And so this is all about changing your perception and like opening your eyes and realizing what's right in front of you. So I strongly feel like this other person, they don't want to talk to you right now. They don't have an alignment or a connection with you at this moment, which is totally fine. You don't need to have a connection with this person at this moment. Instead, you need to pay attention to what's around you. So I strongly feel like there's somebody around you who would be like perfect for you, whether this is a friend relationship or a love relationship. They're absolutely perfect. They're already in your experience, and they're literally right before your eyes, and you just cannot see them. You cannot see their magic. You cannot see their worth, essentially. And so this is a strong message to me that pay attention to who's around you, and don't worry about this other person right now. And like I said, the energy that moves you forward is this Enlightenment card. And so this is a message that this is a big, like almost like a karmic lesson or a big turning point in your life and your energy and your experience. And you're going to be experiencing enlightenment and also alignment along the way. And so what this tells me is that this new experience, possibly, I think there's a new person that's going to be coming into your life. This person helps you elevate your own consciousness and perhaps your connection to spirit and spirituality. And so perhaps the relationship that you mentioned when you asked the question is not 100% harmonious, and don't give your attention or attraction to it, because there's other better things right around the corner. So go ahead and read for Lizzie, and then Love, and then Andrea. Okay. We got Lizzie. Okay, we got one card. And here's the second card. Okay, Lizzie. So the energy that surrounds you is the abundance card, which is really great. That's an awesome card to have surround you. And this means that if you are smart and wise with your resources, that more resources multiply. And I would expect gifts. This is an energy definitely for you, an energy of gifts. Expect people to be nice, to be kind to you, to help you out, and to offer you things, and that's okay. And the clarity card, the energy that moves you forward, is this completion. Okay, so what this card says to me is that, again, this is like a karmic cycle. Like this is a really big energy for you, and you're moving forward out of this cycle. So what I think this reading is about is I feel like you've had a lot of financial uncertainty, financial instability, maybe you even lost a job or a position, and now you're going to be entering into a new era of financial stability. Just don't forget the lessons you learned along the way. Perhaps in this time period of having a little bit of financial hardship, you have learned how to be more crafty. Maybe you've learned how to save money. Maybe you've learned how to be more thrifty. And so carry those lessons forward. And I would also get financially savvy. Like there's a bunch of YouTube channels that talk about like portfolio, finance, investing, things like that. Now is the time to be smart with your money, but also you are changing. Like that work that you're doing is changing your financial situation. So I see good things along the way. If you have a stable job, this could mean a promotion. If you don't have a job currently, this definitely means a change in jobs, a new energy for you. And so that's wonderful. I bless you with that one. Okay. So Love asked, can I ever find love and marry? And so let's go ahead and answer that. Oh no, Love. Okay, so this is a rough message and I'm sorry, but you asked the question, so I have to give you the answer. But the energy that surrounds you is the quest, right? And so remember, Love, the quest card is about searching for something, and you're searching and searching and searching, and you forget who you are because you're searching for that thing so much. So this would be a message that I would say, stop searching for love. Stop searching for it. Stop looking for love in every person that you meet, because as you look, you're pushing it further and further away. The energy that is clarity that moves you forward. This is rough too. The energy that moves you forward is the insecurity card, right? And so the insecurity card talks about, oh goodness, it talks about feeling like people are like out to get you and like not putting your energy and attention in a harmonious alignment in a way that would drive you forward, in a way that would help you, in a way that would find growth, in a way that would allow partnerships. So my message to you overall is, I feel like you've got some insecurity, and this is just means that you are to be set on a path of healing right now. It could be a message that you need some deep shadow work, you need some deep healing, things like that. Also, it's a message that if you've had bad relationships in the past, it doesn't mean that you have to have bad relationships in the future. Also, like I said, stop looking for love. Like I really would advise you to like spend time on yourself and to like enjoy yourself, enjoy your being. And as you enjoy yourself, as you enjoy your experience, as you become confident in who you are and what you want, the universe arises to meet you and throws you a bunch of people. So I really feel like if you work on that demon of insecurity, like everything is going to shift for you. Like you are good enough. You can find love. You can marry. And it doesn't matter like if you find love, it doesn't matter if you marry. You don't want to just marry anybody. Like you want to find the person who is a perfect co-creator for your experience, or at least an adequate co-creator for your experience. And so what you're looking for right now is not necessarily love, not necessarily a partner. What you're looking for is alignment with yourself. So when you find out who you are, when you find out what you like, you will find that perfect partner. In fact, you won't find them. They'll just fall into your experience, like just randomly. You'll meet them by chance and it'll be like, wow, this is so amazing. And I can't believe that this is happening to me. It'll be so amazing. All this alignment and experience. I love that. Oh, thank you so much. Andrea says, for work and accolades to you. I don't know what that means, but I'll go ahead and read for Andrea. Oh, Andrea, you get this this insecurity demon as your card that surrounds you. The energy that surrounds you is this insecurity. So what I would say, because this card surrounds you, is that maybe you're not feeling very sure of yourself right now. The message right now is stop seeking outside validation. Stop seeking for other people to tell you what's right or to tell you things are good enough, because things are good enough. And move forward in an alignment that is authentic to you. Do what you need to do to honor your own heart. The energy that moves you forward again is this quest card, which talks about being so like caught up in the experience of trying to do things that you forget who you are, like you lose a piece of yourself. And so the message here for you, Andrea, is very super clear. It's very clear. Now is the time to stop seeking outside validation and to honor who you are as a beautiful person, as a creator of your experience, and as somebody who is a very powerful, not just a manifester, but just a very powerful energetic attunement. Like you are like a tuning fork in the world, and you're just like, ooh, like putting out all of your light, your vibration, your healing, your energy, and you're doing really great things for a lot of people. And I feel like the insecurity comes from maybe like it's like comparison, like you're like comparing yourself to other people, and you're like, this is just like everybody's doing all these other things and has all these other things, and I'm not good enough because I don't have these things. Usually when you're comparing yourself to somebody else, it's like a facade. It's like what they're showing you, and it's not reality. Like, it's not real life. So make sure you stop comparing yourself and get rid of that insecurity, because you don't need it. It's just like a monkey on your back. And like I said, energy, moving forward, alignment is all about you. It's all about tuning into what you need, what you know. And the message from this reading is that you are a wise and powerful creator. You have so much wisdom within yourself and within your own experience. You don't need other people. You don't need outside validation for this next part of your journey. Oh, I hope the admin got all these spammers. Goodness. Hey, be nice to me, people. Like, this person named Susan Miller, you commented like a million times. Like I said, be nice to me. I take a long time for these readings, so don't do that. Okay, Ivy says she would like a reading. Thank you for wishing me good evening. I appreciate you. Well, let's go ahead and pull some cards for Ivy. Okay, Ivy. Oh, this one is a mean card. Goodness. We got this one. Hang on, we got another card. So Ivy, this is interesting. So you are on this path of self-discovery. The energy that surrounds you is the victim card. And again, the victim card is like about being caught up in an energy of, how do we say this? It's like you feel like you're just a leaf in the wind and everything is blowing you around, and you're a victim of circumstance and you don't control anything. Like, you don't have any options. The message of this card is that there are plenty of options. It's just you're really focused right now on the perceptual reality of everything that's going on. So I would say, Ivy, I'm so sorry. Like, there's probably a lot of energy going on in your life, and probably a lot of pressure, and you probably are feeling like you're cracking under that pressure, and you're like, I do not have any options. Like, I don't have any way out of this. Just stop thinking about it right now. As you continue to think on it, it's like spiraling you, and you're like stuck in this energy of problem. And there's so many solutions, but you can't see them right now because you feel really crushed. So my advice to you, Ivy, would be just take a break from whatever it is that you're feeling stuck with. Just like go for a walk, go outside, spend some time with yourself, and do the exact opposite of whatever it is you feel stuck of. And when you start to lighten up a little bit, you get those spiritual messages, you get those feeling of connection, you get that energy and that inspiration to move forward and to find solutions that are kind of outside of what you're thinking about now. You open up space for innovation when you stop focusing on that problem. The clarity card, the energy that moves you forward, is discovery. So Ivy, this is really big energy. Okay. And so what this says to me is that what you're experiencing right now is a problem, and one that shifts your life. Right. And so it's nothing probably that you haven't handled before. It's nothing that's absolutely horrible, but this is a problem, and you're going to shift right out of it. And this teaches you how powerful you are. You get yourself out of this situation, and you are like, yes, I am powerful. I am strong, I am wise, and this situation proves it to you. You're like, if I can get out of this situation, if I can move forward out of this, I can move forward out of anything. And so I'm sorry, like I said, that feels really heavy to me. Like, there's a lot of heavy energy around you. But like I said, the path forward is right there. Just distract yourself from the problem long enough to be inspired by the solution. Andrea asked, am I in the right line of work? Am I in the right line of work? Let's see. So we got one card and two cards. So Andrea, the energy that surrounds you is the perfection card. And the energy that moves you forward is the self-worth card. So Andrea, what I would say is, are you in the right line of work? You could be, but you're taking your work too seriously. And also, I don't think people are paying you enough. So it might be time to like put your resources out there, maybe talk to a staffing company, maybe, put your resume out and try to seek a higher position. And if you really like where you're working right now and you get a different job offer, you might be able to leverage that job offer to get some more money. Or maybe you just find an opportunity that's more harmonious for you. So it feels like you're really good at what you do. It feels like it could be the right thing for you, but you're not being valued for it. And so the message to you, Andrea, is to figure out a way to find value. Either make them pay you more, request a raise, or move forward and search for a different position. But either way, you're powerful and you're worth it, and you're really good at what you do. So don't let other people kind of like trash you around and things like that. Anna asked, would a live reading be possible? Absolutely. Let's read for Anna. And Facebook user says, I've been feeling that it's on the way. Wow, I honestly feel like it may be myself trying to trick myself out of blessings. So I feel like that was a reading in the past. I hope that was helpful for whoever that was. And Lauren Tidwell was also like a reading. So we'll go ahead and read for Lauren after we read for Anna. So Anna, we got one card for you, and we got a second card for you. Oh, dang. You got like two cards that kind of align with each other, but they're kind of rough cards, Anna. So the energy that surrounds you is this victim card. And again, this is the energy of like, I don't know, like feeling like you don't have options. And then the clarity card that moves you forward is this trickery card. And it's like, people are trying to trick you, man. So like, you've got a lot of chaos energy brewing around you, Anna. So this is a really strong message to me that life is a little chaotic for you. That's okay. It happens. But understand that you're not a victim. Understand that you do have options. Like you always have an option to change what you're doing. You always have an option to change yourself. You always have an option to change your circumstance, to find a different job, to find a different partner, to just do something different, or to quit altogether. You have those options. And don't let anybody like trick you out of something that's really good for you. And so the message here is now is really a very imperative time for you to tune into your own inner guidance. I would get real quiet. However you can. Maybe you do like a social media detox, or you spend some time away from your phone and away from the computer and just really tune into you, get silent with you, and enjoy yourself while you do this. Maybe you take like a spa day to yourself and you go get a 2-hour massage or something. Or like I said to somebody else earlier, and then I go out to the wilderness, go rent out a cabin or something and go stay away where it's very quiet, preferably somewhere where you don't have cell service so people can't keep bothering you. But you need some time and some space to yourself to get clarity and to move forward. This is a very strong indication that there's a lot of chaos going on right now, which is not bad. Chaos can teach us. Chaos is an excellent teacher. But now is a time to tune into yourself and to set good boundaries for yourself and for what you're doing right now. Emery says, what's the best way to send you a donation for your time and your energy? Yes, for sure. If anybody would like to send me some dollars, I do have my PayPal link listed in the description below. So feel free to drop me dollars. I go live on Thursdays and do these readings for free because I feel like they're awesome and people really need direction and help sometimes. And so I really enjoy the energy of being able to provide these readings. But if you would like to bless me, I would love blessings. That's wonderful. Thank you for asking, Emery. Lauren would like a reading, and then Oliver would like a reading, and then Rebecca would like a reading. Oh, Rebecca says that they had their very first reading today, and to be honest, they wanted to see how accurate it was. Rebecca, I don't want to read for you. I'm sorry. I'm not some sort of circus clown or monkey, and I don't want to prove myself to you. So if you ask a different question or come back next week, I'll definitely read for you, but I'm not going to answer that question. But Lauren, for sure, will pull a card for you. Oh, Lauren, you got the trickery card too for the energy that surrounds you. And then let's see, the clarity card, the energy that moves you forward, Lauren, is the service card. So this strongly feels like a lot of guilt energy. And again, this is the energy that surrounds you, which is like trickery. And it feels like someone's trying to like trick you into doing more than what you're capable of, or really honestly doing more than what you want to do right now. And the clarity card, the energy moves me forward. This is the service card. And this strongly makes me feel like it's family. Like family is trying to guilt you into like this idea or this situation, and you're like thinking like, I don't want to do this. I feel like it would be an imposition. I feel like it would drain my energy. I don't feel like I would get anything good out of it. I feel like it would cause chaos in my life, and your family is like really pushing you to like, you need to do this. Like you need to take care of this person. You need to do this thing or take care of the situation. My advice to you always is protect your balance. And so if helping people would protect your balance, go help them. if helping people would disrupt your balance, don't do it. Don't do it. Nothing is worth your balance. And if your family truly care about you, when you tell them no, they will honor that no. They will honor that no as much as they would honor that yes. And if they don't honor it, that means that you need to set some better boundaries with people. Truly, you don't know who people are on the inside until you tell them no, or until you set a firm boundary with them. If you set a firm boundary with people and they act all mean and they guilt trip you and they get angry with you, that means you need some distance and you need to set even harder boundaries with that person. And so don't let people guilt you into anything that you don't want. And there's a really wonderful talk by Abraham Hicks on YouTube. You can look it up, and it's called Never Be Any Place Where You Don't Want to Be. And I'm telling you what, that is so great for, I feel like, your situation. So you should go search it in YouTube. But this is very important to your authentic self, to your expression of who you are, and to moving forward out of these situations. You have to tune into who you are authentically. And once you tune into you, it's easy to see all these other solutions, and it's easier to set boundaries, because, and it's not like you're being mean when you set boundaries. It's not like, well, I hate everybody, so I'm not going to do anything for them. It's more like, this is protection for me, and I'm not going to do this because this is what protects my energy. So setting boundaries can be firm, but it doesn't have to be mean. So remember that there are always nice ways to break things. And if people guilt you into trying to do things after you've set a firm boundary with them, then those are not very kind people, and you need to be a little firmer. Oliver says, is there a chance for me to meet my college friends again? It's been 7 years since I have been social with them. And thank you. Oliver, I think anything is possible. I do feel like relationships degrade over time, and sometimes it's difficult to just pop back into people's lives and be like, hey man, you want to grab a beer? Because it's been a long time. It's been some distance. So I would say move slowly, right? And I'm going to pull some cards for you too, but I would say move slowly, and there's nothing wrong with reaching out with people, So you got one card, and here's a second card. Oh, Oliver, this is a really strong message for you. This is going to be good. So the energy that surrounds you, Oliver, is the self-acceptance cherry pie card. And so this card means that you are whole, that you are worthy. I strongly feel like if you reach out to these people, that they would accept you with open arms again, and that maybe you guys have grown apart because you've gotten busy with life or with something else. And so the message here at its core is that now is the time to reach out, that you are good enough, and that these people will love you, even though there has been space and distance. And that's how it's like with really good friends. I've got this one friend, and we've been friends since we were in 5th grade, and we have gone literally years without speaking to each other, and we just pick up the phone sometimes or do video chats after years or months or whatever, and it's like nothing has changed. Yeah, our lives have changed and things like that, but our energy hasn't changed, and we don't feel that relationship degradation. It also might be something to do with the fact that we're probably both ADHD, and people who are ADHD have trouble with relationship degradation and perceiving that, but the message here at its core is you are good enough. Now this is very interesting. The clarity card, the energy that moves you forward, is this isolation card, which means that you have been isolating yourself for far too long. So if you're asking about college friends, about moving forward, about finding alignment and maybe reconnecting and hanging out again, I would say the cards very strongly indicate that now is the time to break out of that isolation, that you are good enough, and that everybody will accept you. Everybody will accept you. So Oliver, move forward. That's wonderful. Oh, a Facebook user said that I look beautiful. Thank you. That's so sweet. Oh, Celeste. Oh, man. I know I did the reading for Celeste earlier. She said that her husband was diagnosed with cancer. Yeah. I'm sorry, Celeste. I'm sorry to hear that. It brings up a lot of energies. And so that means that a lot is changing in your life and in their life as well. But Marisa says she would like a reading. Marisa, I've always got time, my friend, especially for you. So we got one card for you, and here's a second card. Okay, so Marisa, you're another one, man. I feel like the past maybe 2 or 3 readings I've done for you, they've all been really super similar. And so the energy that surrounds you tonight is this growth card, right? And this growth card is all about shifting, growing, changing. but also being kind to yourself while you're experiencing that shift and that change. It might feel like you're super ordinary, or like what you're going through is not important. Maybe even other people in your experiences have made you feel like you're not important. I am here to tell you tonight that you are super important, that you are the most important in your experience. When we were little, our parents always said things like, the world doesn't revolve around you. Well, actually it does. Your perception is very important, and the way you think about yourself with love and compassion affects who you are and how you are. So remember to hold love and compassion for yourself. Now, your clarity card, the energy that moves you forward, is this release card. And it looks a little scary, doesn't it? There's this lady kind of like crying in the rain with a graveyard, and she's like real sad about something. But as you see in this card, there's also like this little sun that's coming out and peeking out over the clouds. So Marisa, what this is telling me is that you're in this kind of like everybody else. Like I read for the collective earlier, and we had this collective reading that was talking about massive energetic upgrades. For sure, everybody's experiencing these upgrades. You're experiencing them. Maybe because you're a little more sensitive than the average person, you might be experiencing them really hard. And so the energy right now, the alignment for you, Marisa, is to just release and to feel those feelings if you need to. You know, it's okay to have a good cry. It's okay to be angry sometimes. It's okay to allow those emotions to move through you. Just don't sit with them for too long. But I really strongly feel like a cry would be real healing. If you don't want to cry tonight, that's totally fine. Go take a nice shower and just do like a meditative shower. And as the water is beating down on you, think about washing away all of the energy that is stagnant, that doesn't serve you, and washing away everything that is not good for you. And I hope that helps with release, helps with clarity, helps with clearing. Ashley says, how does my Virgo SD feel about me? And will anything happen between us? You guys, man, I don't know what SD means. You all got these acronyms. What is SD? Let me think about this. Significant deer? Single deer? Single, I don't know. What does that mean? What is SD? I have no idea. So we're just going to ask, what does Virgo feel? Maybe SD is their initials. Oh no, you guys are confusing me now. So Ashley, let's do this reading for you and see what does this person feel about you? So I've got two cards. Ashley, your clarity says that you're being impatient. So the energy around you is the energy of growth. So what I would say is that this relationship truly is still in its like early stages, and it's just not time to like be serious or to do anything real wild right now, make any big commitments. That doesn't mean that this relationship is bad or that this relationship is not for you. It literally means that you need to take it a little bit slow right now, and that allow things to appreciate, allow things to mature. And so what I like to tell people when we think about like relationships and growing things is like, think about a garden. You spent all this time like watering a garden, preparing the soil, planting the seeds, and you wouldn't like plant a seed and then 3 days later dig it up to see if it's growing. Like you just leave it in the ground and you nurture it, you give it appropriate sunlight, you give it water. And so now is the energy of nurture for this relationship. So I would say don't rush things, don't reach out in like a romantic way if they haven't reached out before, and just be patient. And of course the clarity card, the energy that moves you forward, is the impatience card, which means that that you're trying to rush things. Like things are unfolding in their own time. And you have a really unique opportunity right now. If you're not romantically involved with this person, you can get to know them. You can get to know their energy. You can get to know their likes and their dislikes. You can get to know everything about them. And so now is the energy of just taking things really slow. It's not a bad place to be at. Like I said, it's a very good place actually. And it's a message of growth and of substance. And remember, if you give things time to grow, to appreciate, that means that they have real strong roots. And it means that that you have this energy kind of strength and of strong foundation. So take things slow, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Oh, Celeste said thank you and I love you. You're very welcome. Masha, let's see. Mashae says, may I have a reading? Absolutely. There we go. Those letters are super tiny. It's hard for me to read sometimes. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do a reading for Mashae. We've got one card, and here's a second card. Oh no, Mashae, I dropped this card, which means that it's really important because now it's like supercharged. It's got a lot of energy. And so let's see. The energy that surrounds you, Mashae, is impatience. So what this means is that that you're kind of like trying to rush things right now. Like you are just in the mood to like really get things done and to really get energy moving, but you're missing the very first steps. Like you're missing that ability to build strong foundations. You're missing that ability to really grow and to do things sustainably, and more importantly to learn. So right now you're in this like learning phase of your life, and now is not the time to rush things. Like don't rush things, don't be impatient. Everything is unfolding for you in the way that it needs to. But Mashae, the energy that drives you forward is this alignment or this enlightenment card. And I want to remind you, Mashae, that that this enlightenment, this is, again, I feel like this is a global thing. Like this is a global consciousness cycle where we're all experiencing this shift in enlightenment. So don't rush it. If you feel like you're, a little bit irritated because things are not moving as quickly as you would like, just understand that you don't want any one person. You don't want any one situation. You don't want any job. You don't want any house. You want the things that are right for you. And so sometimes it takes a minute for the universe to gather those cooperative components to co-create your experience in life. Don't get discouraged if it's taking a long time, or don't get discouraged if it's happening longer for you and it's a shorter time for somebody else. You know that those things are coming into your experience. I can see that these things are rolling for you. I can see that you're very eager and that you're working very hard to bring about this shift and this change in your life and in your experience. But the energy is, don't rush it. Don't rush it. The universe doesn't care when. The universe doesn't care who. The universe only cares why and what. So as you think about that why, as you think about that what, you are putting more energy out there. You're putting signals out there, and your cooperative components are rising up to meet you. So Mashae, overall, I see a lot of enlightenment for you, a lot of alignment as well. But like I said, don't rush things. Do not rush things. Let's see. Livia G says, what does Spirit want me to know that I'm not seeing or understanding about my ex? I've spent some time healing and I'm not sure if I'm on the right path. Okay, so Livia, let's ask if we could get some clarity on the situation with your ex. Let's see what the cards have to say, and we'll pick 2 cards. We got 1 card. Okay, and here's our 2nd card. All right. Okay. So this is interesting. This is interesting, Livia. So the card that surrounds you is the discovery card. And so this discovery card is talking about like new life cycles and like messages. So I really feel like this person is like a karmic cycle. Like that sounds so bad, but they're like a lesson. Like they're like a lesson in your experience, and that's like it really. Sometimes people are not, they're not good to us, and we stay for longer than we should have. And then finally things end and we're kind of left picking up the pieces and thinking like, what the heck just happened? So the message here is, it's not necessarily about that person or like what they did to you or what they're trying to teach you. It's more about, this is all an energy, a situation that helped you find yourself. Like when you're in bad relationships, especially with friends or even with romantic partners, that helps us understand how we want to be treated. It helps us understand how we want to express our reality in this world. So relationships are really good teachers. So that's all really. Your clarity card, the energy that moves you forward, is perseverance. So what I take this to mean is, Livia, that you're kind of in this energy right now where you're let's see, how do we say this? You're working to heal from this. Like you still haven't released all of the like stagnant energy from this past relationship. And so you're still working through things. My message to you would be like, you're right there. You're at the end of this cycle. Like I said, it really feels like a karmic cycle, like something you're learning really deep lessons about the world, about manifestation, about who you are, about who you want to be. And you're moving forward right now through that. So be kind to yourself. Be really kind as you move forward, and know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and you're going to experience what feels like closure. It might not be closure the way that you thought it would be. It might not be them apologizing or anything like that. But instead, it might look like closure, like it doesn't matter to me anymore. Like this is my alignment. I'm going to take my power back from whatever it is that they did. And I don't need to be thinking about this. I don't need to continue to allow this person to take up mental real estate for me. And so I hope that one's helpful, Livia. Somebody said, quick question. Are you able to connect to lived ones through tarot? I don't know what that means. Lived ones. Ones who passed on. Is that what you're trying to talk about? Yeah. A lot of times I can do that. I don't really like to do messages from people who have passed on live readings. I prefer to do that in a more private setting because I feel like that's very sensational, and I feel like a lot of people do that, and like it feels icky to me. Like maybe I'll change my mind sometime in a few years from now, but right now I don't like to do messages like that. It just feels wrong, you know, because it's just such a short, quick interaction. I would rather do like a longer reading and a private reading so everybody doesn't see those things. Because a lot of times when people have passed on, those messages aren't for everybody else. They're just for you. Love said she liked the reading. Good. Oh, somebody said, stop seeking outside validation and get rid of the monkey. You're wonderful. Thank you so much for watching. Afia message. Afia, you're back. Afia says, would like a reading. For sure. Let's go ahead and read for Afia and then Mary Am. Ivy said, thank you. If you only knew and that they appreciate it. I'm so glad. Thank you so much, Ivy. You're wonderful. But let's go ahead and we'll read for Afia now. So we're going to go ahead and we'll pull 2 cards for you, Afia. We got 1 card. All right, this is good. This is really good. I like this. And what's the second card? All right. So this is really big alignment energy. This is Afia message that speaks to your security. It speaks to who you are as like a rooted, grounded, powerful individual. So this is a message about your safety, your security, and the way you manifest your security through the rest of the world. So remember, insecurity is a demon. Like that's a demon that's on our back. And a lot of people who are insecure about themselves or fearful, they end up manifesting situations for themselves or picking people or picking situations, jobs, whatever, that are not in good harmony with themselves because they're so insecure. They can't listen to who they are authentically and truly. They're listening to their insecurities. So this is a strong message for you about your security, your safety in the world. And so the energy that surrounds you is this renewal card. Look at how beautiful this renewal card is. So this is the energy that surrounds you, right? This means that you are experiencing a time in your life right now where you are being renewed. You are experiencing healing. You are experiencing awakening. You are experiencing alignment. You can see this lady's got like a symbol of like all of her different chakras, and she's like meditating. She's in perfect harmony and alignment with all of the seasons, with all of the energies, and with all of the plants and with nature. So you are in alignment. You are walking in alignment with your authentic self. And that's hard to do. That's hard to do in a world where we are constantly told that our authentic selves are wrong. So you are doing the right things right now. There's a little tiny message of warning for the energy that moves you forward. You got this complacency card here for your clarity. So what this says to me is you're experiencing renewal. You're getting rid of stagnant energy, but moving forward, don't become complacent. Don't become complacent. Okay. And so what I mean by this is we all experience times in our life where we level up, right? We experience these shifts in energy and we decide how we want people to treat us. We decide what boundaries we're going to set. We decide what awesome things we want for ourselves and for our lives. And sometimes we get stuck in those boundaries. So later, you're going to have more level up. You're going to have more healing. You're going to have more renewal. Remember that your boundaries are dynamic. Your boundaries are dynamic as you are, and your boundaries continue to shift and change as you continue to heal. So what looks like a good boundary in the sand right now to you today might shift and change tomorrow, might shift and change next week. So this is a message of you to love yourself, to honor yourself as a dynamic person. Understand that you are not a static person and that you are not consistent. And that's okay if you're not consistent. You change because you're not a machine. You're a human. So honor yourself, honor your humanity, and move forward in that a message of authentic expression, especially in your spirituality. But understand, like I said, right now you're going through this a period of absolute like alignment. So I would think, Afia, that you're probably experiencing like a lot of things that are just working out for you. So and remember to have gratitude for those things when they do work out for you, right? When stuff is working out for you and you pay attention to it, more stuff works out for you because what you focus on expands. So that's a very important message. Things are changing for you, Afia. Things are changing, and that's a really great message. That's really wonderful. And so let's go ahead. We'll read for Mary Am. For sure. I'm going to shuffle these cards for you, Mary. All right, we got 1 card. Okay. And shuffle again. Okay, here's one more card. Oh, this is interesting. This is a really interesting one. So, Mary, the energy that surrounds you is this gratitude card. And so this is a message of kind of like abundance of gifts, of many beautiful things that are surrounding you. And so understand that you are receiving gifts right now. You might even have somebody, like a person, who is showering you with gifts or with experiences right now, and that's really wonderful. But make sure that you don't get too concerned with things that don't matter. Don't get distracted with gifts. Don't get distracted with energy. Understand that gifts happen, and that's really wonderful. But don't get caught up in that. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like somebody is trying to like buy your affection, essentially, like trying to give you all these nice things, and you're like you're not being grounded in reality right now at this moment. So accept the gifts. I think gifts are wonderful, but make sure that you stay true to yourself and true to what's important. And I hope that one is resonant for you, Mary. Oh, thank you so much. Emery says she's surrounding me with pink light. Okay, and Anna, I remember your reading, Anna. Anna said that it was an interesting reading, and she said that it was accurate because she's dealing with somebody who is diagnosed narcissist and lots of trickery. That makes sense. That makes sense with chaos. So remember to set your boundaries. But let's go ahead and read for Adri now. Okay, Adri. So you're asking, what's the energy around me and Alex right now? I'll do you one better. We're going to pick a card for the energy that surrounds you, but we're also going to pick a card for clarity, right? Clarity, because that's really important. That's why I do 2 card readings, because I like to see the energy that surrounds people, but also like what's next, right? I love that. Okay, so here we go. Adri, the energy that surrounds you and this relationship is acceptance. So what I would say is make sure that you're not, hurting this relationship with your insecurities, right? Make sure that you understand this person really does care about you. Like, they really care about you deeply, and they care about your well-being. They care about you as an excellent healer, as a creator. They care about all of the things that you offer them. They care about your nurture. And so this is a really good, like, I would say this is a harmonious reading, a harmonious relationship. And then the energy that moves you forward here is the expansion card. And so this expansion card is all about like things growing, things expanding, breathing new life into old situations and relationships. So what this says to me is that you're experiencing a person who really does love and accept you, maybe even more than you love and accept yourself. So this is an alignment energy. This is an alignment for this person who you are with right now. So I would say a good alignment, good energy, harmonious energy, but don't let those insecurities drag you down in your relationship or tarnish your love life, because you have something that's really, really wonderful right now, which is good. That's really wonderful. Oh, okay. So somebody on Facebook commented and said, "Me, if you have time." I would for sure read for you, but just go ahead and comment again and let me know. Let me know what your name is. We'll go ahead and read for Dawn's. Okay, Dawn's. I've got 1 card for you, and we've got a 2nd card for you. Let's see. Okay, so this one's pretty interesting too. The energy that surrounds you, Dawns, is the energy of completion. And so that's this orange card right here. And so this card means that you are experiencing a time in your life when things are ending. So this might be relationships. This might be like a job that you lost or something like that. Or maybe you have you've actually lost somebody. Either way, it speaks to understanding that you're going through a time of healing, growth, and change. And so I always say this when I get this card, but change is really super hard. It is very difficult to, you have this identity and you have this idea of who you are, and you've built this identity up over a period of your whole life. And then when things change, it's like, I don't know who I am anymore. I strongly feel like that's the energy and the alignment around you. And you feel like because things are changing so much that maybe there's something wrong with you. And the clarity card, the energy that moves you forward, is this perception card.
right? Your perception unlocks the potential to everything in the universe. Your good perception changes your alignment. It changes your vibration. It changes your energy. It changes everything that you're going through right now. And so understand that, yes, cycles are changing. No, this is not a punishment. And your perception, your ability to perceive, your ability to elevate your idea about how things are changing and why they're changing is going to help you on the path moving forward. I hope that one's helpful. Marie would like a reading. Lil Kitty would like a reading. Lil Kitty, just if you're still here on this stream, just comment again and say, yeah, I'd like a reading. And somebody else is commenting. Anybody else who's still watching this stream, I've got quite a few more comments, but feel free to comment if you're still watching and I can get you a reading as well. But let's go ahead and read for Marie tonight. And then, let's see. Primate says, I've never met an unattractive woman. I don't know where that came from, but okay. I don't think I have either. Like, I really like women. I think they're very wonderful. I like men too. They're all right. Oh, Ashley said it's his initials. See, Ashley, you were all confusing me. I was like, who is this SD? What is SD? Oh, geez. Okay, Marie, I'm still shuffling. I'm sorry. I'm being silly over here. Okay, so we got one card for Marie. And, oh, this is interesting. Here's a second card for you. So, Marie, the energy that surrounds you is the cherry pie acceptance card. And so this is this card right here. And so I feel like people around you are trying to make you feel guilty for the decisions that you're making. Like, they're trying to make you feel guilty for the way you're living your life. They're trying to make you feel guilty for your choices, for who you choose to be around, for what you choose to do, and for how you choose to express yourself in your life. And so my message to you, Marie, would be, you don't need anybody else's, I don't know, approval. You don't need anybody else's approval to move forward and to be you. You don't need anybody else's approval to make decisions. Like, you have got this. 100% you've got this. And then your clarity card, the energy that moves you forward, is impartiality. So this means that it seems like there's people that are kind of pulling you in all directions. And the message here, your alignment, is to be impartial. And you don't even have to tell people what your decisions are. That's a thing that I feel like a lot of people don't realize, because we live in a really digital world with like social media and all that stuff. And we feel like we have to post everything. We feel like we have to tell everybody our business. We feel like we always have to be like, I'm doing this and I'm with this person. And like, you don't. You really don't. Private lists are amazing. And I don't know if like every social media has that capability, but on Facebook, you can create private lists. So I've got like a couple, 100,000 friends on my Facebook, but I've got like a private list of like 50 people who I actually know in real life, who I actually like, who I know those people are people, they show up and they support me. And so like, I only post like really personal things on my private list. So I would say this is a really big message to me, to like keep your life private, keep what you want private. And if you decide not to be private about your life, then it doesn't matter. Like, be impartial to what everybody is saying about you. If you're going to post it publicly, it's just like, whatever, right? Whatever. You're going to do this and you're going to be proud about it. Or you could just be like, not your business, and not post it at all. But the message here is to be impartial. And if people are pulling you in different directions, it doesn't super matter. Like, it doesn't super matter. You need to do what is most important to you, because you know what's best for you. 100%. Lil Kitty says, how does one get a reading? You just comment and I will give you one. Okay. Oh, Lil Kitty did message. So we got Little Kitty and then Trencitas. So Lil Kitty says, okay, I'll just ask away. May I get a reading on a job right now? I don't know what to do. Should I stay or continue to look for a place to work? I fear drama will conjure. Kitty, this is a good one. So we're going to ask about, let's just ask to get clarity on your work. And so we've got one card, and here's a second card. You're being impatient. You're being impatient is the message, Kitty. The energy that surrounds you is this card of service. So this is probably referring to like what you do for a job. You might be in like the service industry. You might take care of people in some capacity. So that could be like people in like you know, this is like a nursing home. So it could be like CNA, it could be medical, but it could also be like actual serving, like being a server at a restaurant or being like a bartender or something like that. So if you're a server, this message is 100% resonant for you. If not, it feels like maybe people, you feel pushed to do something and you're like, you're just not sure about it right now. What I would say is to just take it slow with this job. I don't think it's ever a bad idea to put your resume out there, to put your feelers out there, and to look for like new and exciting ideas or new and exciting opportunities. But you get this clarity card of impatience, which tells me that that you just haven't given it enough time at this job, and it might be you know, it might be time to just wait it out, to take it slow. And like I said, it's never bad. It's never bad to stick it to the man and to put your resume out there. But also, it's okay to wait. It's okay to wait and to kind of see how things play out. So I feel like it would be good to get more information. If you are looking for drama in the workplace, I promise you, you will find it. So change your attraction and change the words that you use when you describe your workplace and describe the people in it. Instead of fearing that drama will conjure, maybe you are excited to see how things will play out, and you'll be far removed from any drama. It's okay to have drama in your experience, right? As long as you're not a part of it. Like, you can watch it and observe it and all that stuff. That's why reality TV is like so important in that's why reality TV is so important in our culture, because we like to watch chaos. We like to watch drama. And like, it's wonderful to watch that stuff. You just don't want to be a part of it. Okay, so we've got Trencitas and says, hi, what's going to happen between me and this new guy, C? Oh no. Well, something popped out, like a card popped out. So that means it's really super serious, whatever it is. So we got one card for you. And here's a second card. Okay, so this is actually a really, I feel like my relationship readings are always mean, but this is actually a pretty even-keeled one. The energy that surrounds this relationship is the energy of renewal. And so this is like healing energy. So I would say that this is, you know, something like a type of relationship that has the potential to heal you. You have the potential to learn a lot of life lessons. And then the energy that moves you forward is this wisdom card. So I strongly feel like this could be like an energy of healing. This could be very uplifting and harmonious for the both of you. And so what I mean by harmonious is I mean that not only are you receiving good things out of this relationship, but the other person in this relationship is also receiving good things. So it's like co-creative, and it's give and take, and it's balance. So right now it looks like healing. It looks like good energy. I don't know that this person is a life partner. I don't have enough clarity to understand that yet, but I do know that this is a good relationship for right now. And you have the opportunity for a lot of wisdom, a lot of healing, a lot of renewal, a lot of energy moving forward in a positive manner, positive direction. So that's really wonderful. Marisa says, thank you. I've been on the edge a bit more the last 2 weeks, and I must have built up something that needs to be released. And she's going to focus on that for the next couple weeks. That's great. Hey, I feel like, Dons, you have the ability 100% to pass that test. You got to put the effort into it, though. You know, nobody is handed anything. One of my favorite investor guys on YouTube says there's no free lunch, and that's so funny to me. But what that means is you put in adequate time, you put in adequate resources, you study, and yes, the world opens up to meet you. The world opens up to meet you, and you can pass that test. You absolutely can. I have no doubts about it that you can, but you have to put that work in to do it. Ashley says, thank you, and I appreciate you, and that I give good advice. Oh, thank you. Queen G said she would like a reading, or they would like a reading. And Gia, the model, would like a reading. Oh, and Anna. Yeah, Anna, I have time for you for sure. Ashley also asked a question. And anybody else who's still watching this stream, feel free to comment, and I'll get you a reading too. I'm kind of reaching the end of everybody who had commented. So Queen, let's go ahead and read for you. We've got one card, and let me shuffle. Okay, we've got a second card. All right, Queen. So the energy that surrounds you is the energy of gratitude. So I strongly feel like you're in a good place right now, and people are being kind to you. Like, everything is, you know, particularly harmonious, but you're just waiting. You're just like waiting for things to happen. And the clarity card, the energy that moves you forward, is impatience. So what I take this reading to mean, Queen, is that, you don't have to rush things. Like, you can just kind of enjoy where you're at. And I feel like that has been a really big theme tonight with readings. It's just like, it's okay to stop and smell the flowers. It's okay to enjoy the journey. And like, you don't have to rush things. So take some time to be more intentional and more present in yourself and your spirit. And that helps you, definitely. It helps you stay grounded in reality. It helps you realize all of the gifts that you have. It helps you realize all of the resources you have. It helps you realize all the wonderful people and experiences that you have along the way. And so the message here is stop, smell the roses, do some grounding exercises, and that will be very healing for you. So we'll go ahead and read for Gia. And Gia says she would like a reading. Gia, I'm going to go ahead and pull 2 cards. We'll be rebellious tonight, huh? So we got 1 card, Gia. Gia, this message is about burnout. I only pulled 1 card, but I can tell you that it's about burnout, which is very relevant in our modern day society. So let me show you these cards, right? The energy that surrounds you, Gia, is the energy of workaholic. So you have been working to bring about change in your life, and you have been working too hard. Your focus is on the work that you're doing, and you've forgotten why you're doing this work. You've forgotten why you enjoy it so much. You've forgotten why it lights your soul on fire. And maybe you're getting a little tired. You're getting a little burnt out. The message of the workaholic is you have to enjoy the process of creating. You have to enjoy the process of existing, really. And you're not right now. You're not. You're burnt out. The energy that moves you forward, the clarity card, is this victim card. And you feel like you don't have any options. I have to wonder if this is like a message about your career. And what I am thinking very strongly right now is you're hustling so much in your career because you're trying to shift and you're trying to change things. And I gave a similar message earlier, but I feel like you're doing everything that everybody tells you and you're not doing the thing that you really like. And so, like, people will give you a lot of advice and they will be like, you should do these specific things and this is going to help you grow your YouTube channel, or you're going to get 1 million clients this way, or whatever. And they tell you how they built success for themselves. They don't necessarily tell you how you can build success for yourself. So the message here is that you feel a little burnt out. And the reason why is because you're not enjoying what you're doing anymore. So take a break, even if that's a couple days, if it's a week, take a break from what you're doing, regroup, do some planning, and figure out what it is that you like to do. What type of content do you like to put out? What type of things do you like to do? And then go do those things that you like to do instead of doing what everybody else tells you to do. If you can do something consistently and you can show people your personality, everybody will flock to you. Everybody will be like, this person loves what they're doing and I love to watch them. So the message here is it's time to get rid of, relinquish that burnout, move forward in authentic expression with yourself, and do things that you want to do. That's how you get to the next step. You do what you want to do, and that drives you forward. Hope that one's helpful too. Okay, so we've got Anna and we've got Ashley. So Anna, I'm going to go ahead. Afia sent me a little heart. Thank you for the heart, Afia. But let's go ahead and read for Anna. We got 1 card for Anna. And here's a 2nd card. All right, Anna. So the energy that surrounds you is the impartiality card. And this is kind of the message. See, like, look at this lady. Like, she looks super happy. She's just kind of chilling there, and she's going to solve problems in a way that is impartial. Like, in other words, this lady here is not attached to outcomes. So this is a strong message to you that, again, this is like the card that people are pulling you in different directions, and you're like kind of feeling like you're all over the place and like you don't really know which way to go. And the way out, again, the way out is through. Be impartial and do not be attached to outcomes at this time. When you are unattached to the outcomes, it's a lot easier to find solutions. It's a lot easier to see things clearly. In fact, that's why in like medical professions, people do not serve their family because they're not impartial. They don't have that impartiality. This is not a client or a patient to me. This is somebody who I love dearly. This is a dear friend or a dear family member, and they cannot see adequate solutions, and they don't make proper decisions. So that's why it's unethical to treat somebody who is in your family. And so, not that you're a medical person, but this can be applied to everyday life, everyday logic. If you are too attached to the outcome of things, it's very difficult to see things rationally or to even listen to your intuition. So the message here is to be impartial. And then moving forward, whatever decision you make, it doesn't matter who judges you. It doesn't matter what happens next. And you don't need to seek acceptance or to think about anybody else when you make these decisions. Like, it's nobody else's business. Like, what you're doing right now, this is a matter of your life. This is a matter of your health. This is a matter of your wellness. And it really doesn't affect anybody else. So you need to move forward, not be attached to outcomes, and look for solutions that are harmonious to you. And maybe they're even harmonious to all parties in this involved in this situation. But either way, move forward with self-acceptance, because you got to accept yourself, right? And I do talk about this quite a lot in live readings, but like people love to judge. People love to talk, people love to gossip, and people are going to judge you and gossip about you, whether you're doing what you love or whether you're doing what you don't love. Everybody's always going to gossip. So move forward and do whatever you like, and be true to yourself. Be true to yourself and not attached to outcomes. Okay, Ashley says, can you pull a card for me? Love and marriage coming my way anytime soon, or any serious relationships? Sure, Ashley. Let's ask about. Let's just ask for general advice about what's going on in your love life, and we'll pull 2 cards. Yes, this is the one. There we go. Oh, very nice. I like this first card. I'm gonna get the second one. Okay. This is very cool. So, Ashley, you asked specifically, is love and marriage coming my way anytime soon? And I'll show you these cards now. I got 2 yellow cards. And remember, this is a Chakra Oracle deck. So remember, yellow is the color of your solar plexus, which is the like powerhouse of manifestation in your life. So what this means to me is that you have the ability to pull or to have a magnetic attraction towards love, towards a harmonious partner in your experience. The energy that surrounds you is the energy of joy. And so what that means is that right now you should be focusing on your joy. So what I would say is go do things that you love to do. Go be places that you love to be. Go hang out with people that you enjoy. And it's much easier to find a harmonious partner if you are out enjoying yourself. Now, this is really wild. The energy that moves you forward is the miracle. So what this means to me, Ashley, is that I feel like it's very possible for you to find somebody who you're in good, love, harmonious alignment with, and that it will happen unexpectedly. So if you are out searching for love, you're not going to find it. But if you go out and have fun, that person will present itself into your path. And so the energy here is to be very light, to be very carefree, to be very happy. And the universe opens up to meet you as you find who you are, as you find what your authentic self looks like. And I wish you well on that journey. But I mean, it does look good. It does look good. Jazz said they would like a reading for sure. Oh, Amanda says that YouTube is working better. That's good. So I can read for Amanda after Jazz. So read for Jazz, Amanda. Music asked if they could be added to the list for sure. And then Holly for sure. Juhi, if you would like a reading, just comment. Peaceful Heart, I'll get you in a minute. Happiness, sure, ask a question. Cool. And I think that's everybody. So yes, if you guys are still watching, please make sure to hit that like button, that subscribe button, all that good stuff. It really super helps me. But I'm going to go ahead and pull this reading for Jazz, and then we'll get to everybody else who commented. Dawn's Journey also commented and said, spot on. Thank you so much. You're very welcome, Dawn's. I'm glad that reading brought you some alignment and clarity. So we've got 1 card for Jazz, and here's a 2nd card for Jazz. Oh, Jazz, it looks like you're going through a lot, at least from the cards anyways. And so the energy that surrounds you is this forgiveness card, right? And the forgiveness card is all about, you know, coming to a place of acceptance with all of the things that we have, gone through, right? All of our traumas, all of our life experiences, all of the hurts that we've had. This is not necessarily about like forgiving somebody and being like, oh, I forgive you, and letting them hurt you again. More, it's about coming to a resolution with understanding that you are a dynamic, beautiful human, even though you have been through so much, and that those things do not change you or make you less valuable. And that, if you hold on to anger, if you are searching for clarity, if you are searching for closure, even you're hoping for an apology from somebody else, they're holding power over you. They're holding power over you. So think of your forgiveness journey less as I'm permitting somebody to hurt me, or I think it was okay that they hurt me in the past. Lose that definition of forgiveness and instead think of forgiveness as a journey, as a quest to reclaim your power, so that what they did doesn't hurt you anymore. You're like, I don't hold on to that hurt anymore. I am done. I'm not going to let you hold power over me. I'm going to move forward in authentic expression alignment with myself, and I don't need an apology from this person. I don't need them to say, yeah, that was wrong. I'm sorry, I messed up, because they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. They don't care enough. When people hurt you, it doesn't hurt them. It hurts you. And when you hold on to that hurt, it still doesn't hurt them. It's not punishing them. You're punishing yourself when you hold on to that hurt. They don't care. They do not care. And so the message is come to alignment with who you are, and don't expect them to give you an apology, because they're not going to do it. They will not do it. But the energy that moves you forward is this card of confusion. And so this is your clarity card, right? It's kind of wild to get confusion as a clarity card. But Jazz, what this means is that it's like you're almost there. Like you feel very confused and kind of like conflicted about some of the events and some of the things that have been going on. And so you might have even have in the recent past or in the near future, you're planning to make some very big moves, some very big changes in your life. And the message is it could be good to change things and to shake things up. And you just have to keep moving forward. So like, it doesn't matter what choices you make right now, just keep moving forward in a good alignment, in a good direction, and something that moves you forward in a way that feels harmonious, a way that feels good to you. And as you keep moving down this journey, the world opens up, that confusion clears, that mist clears. Right now, you're just stuck in like thick, kind of like dense energy. But I do see that clearing for you as well. So this is not a forever thing either. This is just a really heavy point in your journey right now, and you get to move forward into alignment soon, very soon. But let's go ahead. We'll read for Amanda. I'm just going to do a general reading for you, Amanda. And then we'll read for music 24/7. That's a lot of music. Okay, Amanda. So we've got one card. And there we go. We've got a second card. Okay, so right off the bat, Amanda, both of these cards are purple cards, which again, this is like crown energy, like higher energy, like the energy and alignment of like God consciousness, of goddess consciousness, of higher planes, of higher realms. So the energy that surrounds you, Amanda, is mysticism. So what this talks about is about leaning into yourself and leaning into your own intuition. I feel like there are choices to be made right now in your life, and you're kind of like, feeling like you don't really super know what's going on or really know exactly the process of what happens next. And so the message here is, whether you know it or not cognitively, your higher self knows what's going on. Your higher self knows what's up. And so now is the time to tune into magic, really. And this could be a call for you to perhaps do your own divination or your own kind of rituals or spells for healing, for clarity, for progress, for moving forward. But the energy, the alignment, the clarity, what comes next is gratitude. So I feel like you can't make wrong choices right now, if that makes sense. Like I feel like there are no wrong choices. As you move forward and find this clarity and alignment, whatever you decide to do based on the magic that you do is the right decision. Like there is no wrong choice for you, and you are moving forward in perfect alignment with who you are. Perfect alignment. So stop second guessing yourself. Strong message. Stop second guessing. Do not second guess. That is not your energy right now. Music says, what is my destined career? Let's see. Oh, Lil Kitty commented and said, I'm always serving people and I work helping people out and my boss as well. Oh, that's interesting to hear. And you're very welcome. You're very welcome, Kitty. And Holly commented, we'll do a reading for Holly next. But real quick, we're going to do this reading for music. Okay, so this is big energy. I am not supposed to tell you what your career is because you already know. I feel like you probably are already doing it in some facet, or you already have training for what you're supposed to be doing. And so the message here is you already know. You've got the self-acceptance card as the energy that surrounds you. And this is the message that you already know what you're supposed to be doing and you feel like you're not good enough at it. And so my message with the self-acceptance card would be, you've got this, man. Like you don't need my validation or anybody else's validation to tell you like what you're supposed to be doing in life. Like you already know the answers. You already know what you're supposed to be doing. You're already there in the energy. You're already doing it. You already have training. You're already putting your feet to the ground. Like you're already doing. I got kicked out for a minute. Well, thank you for bearing with me through these technical difficulties. Oh, thank you very much. I'm trying to get my life back here now. Let's see. There, I think I'm back. But anyways, I was talking to music 24/7. Oh no. Okay, you guys, if you're still watching the stream, I lost all the comments. I'm so sorry. If you were still waiting for a reading, just go ahead and comment again and I will get that. I will get that reading for you. Let's see. Okay, so music 24/7. What I was trying to say to you is this is a message, a warning of burnout. Okay, a really strong indication that if you are not careful with what you're doing, that you're going to burn out. And I gave this message probably 3 other times tonight. But when you're building, when you're doing this thing that you want to do, the message is not about doing it the way other people need it to be done, the way that other people were successful. You're supposed to innovate, and you were supposed to do this in a way that is harmonious for you. Okay, so and the quest card specifically, this card, it speaks to the idea of doing something and you forget why you're doing it. Like you're so focused on trying to be successful, so focused on trying to come up that you forget your heart, you forget why you're in it. And so this is a message to you to not burn out and to only do the things that you love doing. And I hope that one's helpful. I'm sorry I lost those comments, but feel free to comment again if you're still watching the stream, and I will read for you. But we're going to go ahead and pull a couple cards for Holly. And she says, do I continue the relationship with my sister? Do I continue this relationship? Sure. Let's go ahead and shuffle, and we're going to see what the cards have to say. Like I said, I did lose all the comments. So please comment if you would like a reading, and I will read for you after Holly. So Holly, we've got 1 card for you. And second. Okay, Holly, I'm very interested in this this relationship dynamic with your sister. This is the energy that surrounds you, and this is the clarity that moves you forward. So with this release card, what's very interesting to me is like I feel like you're holding on to hurt, and it's not like you should release your sister. Moreover, it's that you should release the hurt that you're holding on to, or maybe you feel like you're at fault for something, or she's at fault for something, and like it doesn't really super matter because that's like small picture energy. Like you need to be looking at the big picture here, and like instead of releasing your sister, like release the hurt that you have around that situation. What's very interesting to me is your clarity card. The energy that moves you forward is this soulmate card. So the immediate question or kind of idea that I had when I picked up these cards was I was wondering, does your sister feel some kind of way about your partner or your significant other? Are they like upset about the person that you're with, or are they judging you for who they're with? Or on the opposite end of the spectrum, are you judging your sister for her partner? And so, I mean, these kind of things can be really super sticky. And I feel like it's best if everybody would just mind their business and do their own life. But sometimes it's impossible, or it feels impossible. It feels very difficult to just mind your own business. And a lot of times that creates tension and disharmony in families. And so, like I said, what I would strongly recommend for this particular situation, I don't think necessarily now is the time to like cut your sister off or something like that. More of, I feel like, release the pain. If you decide to communicate with her, if you feel like you feel balanced enough, like that's not going to wreck you emotionally or energetically, like you can have a conversation with her. What I would do is just like try to be really neutral, try to be really easy, and try to hear what her emotions are saying. Try to hear what her energy is saying and not necessarily what her words are saying. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Holly says that she feels like her sister gaslights her, and she's not sure if she's wrong or if like her sister's wrong. So, Holly, what I think is that the energy is very complicated with this situation, right? What I think is that, again, you should release the pain surrounding your sister. I don't think it's time to release your sister. If you feel like she is gaslighting you, she might be trying to protect you. I know that sounds like really messed up and weird, but I feel like she's not doing this like consciously, and she's not like out to get you. She's not like I'm intentionally being mean to Holly. Like, that's not her intention. Either way, she might not be very healed. And so she might have some problems, like struggle with mental illness or narcissism or what have you. I feel like she's struggling, and so she's not always good to you, but don't take it personally. And if you have to cut her out for a while, that's okay. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. You can take breaks from people, even like year-long breaks. It could be a couple years, it could be a decade. But I don't feel like you should like totally close off that communication. If you need to take a break, that's okay, but work on releasing your hurt feelings against her. I strongly feel like that'll help you find more clarity and more alignment. And do try to see where she's coming from, even if she's wrong, right? Like, she might be totally wrong. She might be gaslighting you. She might be telling you things that that don't align with your way of being, or that are not necessarily helpful. She might be telling you things that you don't need to hear, or things that you don't want to hear. And like I said, they could be wrong, but I don't feel like she's coming from a place of like anger or hatred either. Like, I don't feel like she's intentionally trying to foil you. I feel like there's something deeper here that I cannot see yet. Perhaps it's something that you cannot see yet either. And I feel like maybe you need some space, but I wouldn't like call her and be like, I'm never speaking to you again. Like, I wouldn't do that. I would take it easy with this relationship. I mean, like I said, breaks are okay. Peaceful Heart says, how does Manuel feel that we are no longer in communication? Let's see. Emery says, could the sister be a soulmate, or is that typically a romantic energy? Emery, this is the biggest trick about everything. Like, I do not read cards based on what the books say. I read cards based on what spirit tells me after I pull the cards. And I even do that with tarot, which is why I don't read tarot often, because I don't like tarot, because it's become trendy. Everybody knows what the cards mean. And so instead of me telling you what I'm supposed to tell you, what spirit has instructed me to tell you, people are like, it's the Three of Hearts. That means heartbreak. I'm like, no, listen to what I have to tell you. People get ahead of themselves. So I tend to read oracle cards because people don't know what the meanings are. And I can tell you what I need to tell you without people basically judging the message before they even see it or hear it. So yeah, a little bit about me. But Holly says, wow, thank you so much. Yeah, you're very welcome. But let's go ahead and read for Peaceful Heart, and we'll ask for more information about this this situation. And like I said, anybody still watching, do the thumbs up thing, do the subscribe thing, and ask a question if you would like a reading. Juhi Patel says, could I get a reading? For sure, Juhi. I will read for you next. After I read for Peaceful Heart. And Emery says, that makes sense, and I can tell you're channeling. Oh, thank you, Emery. I'm glad that you're enjoying the ride tonight. And Isabel also would like a reading. So yeah, I'm going to read for Peaceful Heart, and then Juhi, and then Isabel. Okay, Peaceful Heart, how does Manuel feel? Okay, this might be a little toxic. I'm not certain what's going on in this relationship. I don't think I've read for you in the past. I feel like he thinks that he's like a victim or something like that, or maybe you're the victim. So one of y'all's is a victim. Oh, Happiness, I lost all my comments. I'll read for you soon. But yeah, thank you for commenting again. I'll read for you soon. But okay, Happiness. No, is this Happiness? Who am I reading for now? I lost my Peaceful Heart. Okay, Peaceful Heart. So the energy that surrounds you is the victim card, and that's who surrounds the situation. So like I said, I'm not sure if you're the victim or if they are the victim. But either way, something is going on here, and like, are you sad about not speaking with them? Because if you're not, they're sad about it. Like, they're definitely sad. And like, they feel like if they keep like persevering, that they're going to be able to get you back. and that kind of thing. I would say this whole situation is really super toxic. Whether you're the one who wants to try to reestablish communication or whether they are the one who wants to reestablish communication, I feel like there was a clean break in energy in this situation and that it's not time to pursue this. If anything, they think that if they continue to pursue you, that you will give in or something, or you'll take them back. And I don't feel like you should do that. I feel like this situation requires distance and space for right now. And that might change in the future, but for right now, you should take some space. There is somebody who is spamming on Facebook. So let's see, we've got, let's do Juhi, and then we will do Isabel. My name is, I don't know what your name is. I'm so sorry. Will that be helpful? What will be the answer of Rahul if I confess my love to him? Is there any other girl in his life? Okay, Juhi, I'm just going to call you by your screen name. But Juhi, let's go ahead and ask some questions about this love, this particular idea of moving forward with love, and what comes next. What comes next? Oh, okay. So, Juhi, this is a sad message. The energy that surrounds you is recovery. And so, I feel like if you confess your love to this person, that they are probably not going to be receptive about it. Like they're not going to be happy or engaged with like what you're saying because they're just not interested. But I also feel like it's important that you speak your truth. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like it's a lost cause. I feel like it's not going to turn out the way that you expect, but it's still something that you have to do because right now you have to speak from your heart and you have to honor who you are as a person. You have to tell this person, like, look, I have feelings for you. Like that would be good for your energy and your alignment. But it might not turn out the way that you want it to be, but it will be a very healing experience for you. You're going to learn how to communicate. You're going to learn how to open up your throat chakra and channel that throat chakra energy. And this is going to help lead you to new and exciting situations down the line in the future. But like I said, the clarity card, the energy that moves you forward is this bittersweet card, which is the message of like, it's like the message of things don't turn out as planned, but they still turn out. And yeah, it's a little sad. Like, it's a little sad. Like, I don't feel like things are going to turn out well, but I still feel like you should talk to them. Like, I don't feel like that should be a deterrent. And even though that's not what I wanted to tell you, I hope that was helpful. So let's read for Isabel. I have a daughter named Isabel, and she spells her name the exact same way. That's so cute. So let's read for Isabel. And we got one card for you. And here's a second card. And then Ramandeep comment, I can read for you next for sure. And then happiness. Okay, so Isabel, here's the cards that I got for you. And this is just like a general reading. So the energy that surrounds you is this card that says service. And this is a strong message to me that like, it might be time to either engage, like further engage in your career or to find a different career, especially a career that honors your own heart, a career that's going to be helpful to other people and impactful, and something that is like all around like good and harmonious. You might already have a job that you really super enjoy, and maybe you got a new job or something like that. It's definitely like, to me, it feels like job energy or like changing life circumstances energy. And then the movement card, your clarity card, what drives you forward is renewal. So I really feel like, Isabel, this is a time period for you to experience new opportunities. And you have this this opportunity to, like I said, it's like healing, it's like renewal, and all of this stems from like your ability to serve others with a joyful heart, essentially. And so what I feel like really strongly, Isabel, is that you're coming into a period of a little bit of change, but it's not bad change, and this all leads to like your renewal, your healing. So this is all really good energy, like good energy that moves you forward, good energy that surrounds you. So I like that a lot. Holly says, I'm definitely gifted. Oh, thank you so much. That's so sweet. So let's go ahead and we'll read for Ramandeep. And he says, or they say, can I get a reading too? Let's go ahead and read for you, my friend. So we've got one card, and then we'll read for happiness. Happiness, if you had a question, comment what that question was. And if not, I'll just do a general reading. We got Ramandeep. And so, so your clarity card, or your energy that surrounds you, is the energy of bittersweet. And so this means that like time is passing and things are changing around you, and you don't know how to feel about it. Like you're kind of conflicted a little bit, and some of it's good, some of it's bad, and either way, it's all change. And so my message to you is, change is not painful. It's just our resistance to change that causes us pain. And so try to go through change gracefully, and also remember to have this unconditional love and forgiveness in your aura moving forward, essentially. So this is a really strong message, Ramandeep, that you're going through some rough times right now, and it's possible even that maybe somebody has hurt you in the recent past, and try to hold forgiveness in your heart, not so that you're like, oh yeah, you can come hurt me again, but try to be understanding and compassionate so that you don't hold on to that negative or stagnant energy of what was done to you and of how that affected you. And I'm wishing you good energy moving forward. Okay, happiness, you are not being kind to me, so I'm not going to read for you at all. Like I said that I lost all my comments when I lost my stream, but that's fine. Oh, thank you so much, Bhagyashri. That's such a beautiful name too. Thank you for sharing that with me, Bhagyashri. Beautiful. I'll remember that next time. Thank you very much. Maria C would like a reading, a love reading. Sure, let's go ahead and see the energy that surrounds you, Maria, especially surrounding your love, Okay, so we've got one card and we've got a second card. So what these cards tell me, Maria, especially about like a love reading, is that the energy that surrounds you is like this energy of like magic. So I feel like you have this this opportunity to find new love and to like have excitement. Like it's like a lot of excitement in your path. But I also feel like the energy that that moves you forward, it's kind of like complacency. So I really feel like this message for you, Maria, means that now is the time to like put yourself out there, because you've been kind of in like a stagnant-ish energy with your love life, especially. But just because it has been stagnant for a while, it doesn't mean that it has to be in the future. Like moving forward, you can change anything. And I really feel like maybe now is the time to lean into your own personal magic. And like I said, like maybe like doing magic, like love spells or like rituals like that. And like even self-love is really good. If you do like self-love spells, I feel like a lot of times that increases your attraction, your ability to attract magical partners. So I do feel like there is like a possibility for like a lot of fun and like playful energy in your experience. And don't be afraid to put yourself out there, even if it's been a while, like since you've been with somebody or been in a relationship or in a partnership or something like that. Oh, Bhagyashri asked another question. Is there any other girl in his life? Hang on a second. Let me just pull one card. Confusion. I got confusion. So what it looks like is I think that this person, to give you further clarity on that reading, Bhagyashri, I feel like they are conflicted and they are confused. So that does give a little bit more clarity into the message being bittersweet. So maybe it's the fact that if you confess to them, if you say like, yes, I love you, and like put yourself out there, they might pull back and like be really freaked out for a minute. But it's very possible that like moving forward, maybe something comes of the relationship later down the line. I'm unsure. Right now, there's too much confusion right now to be able to understand whether or not there's somebody else in his life. I really don't feel like it. I just feel like, again, this is like extenuating circumstances, something that you don't even know about in this person's life, and it's making them feel very conflicted about their love and about their attraction to you. I don't think that this has anything to do with you. I don't think you're like a bad person or even that you're wrong for this person. I just feel like they're very conflicted right now, and there's stuff going on. They're like, I'm not ready for a relationship right now. So maybe keep your experience open for that. Anna down the line says she would like a reading. And JP says, I'm new here. Can I ask a question? For sure. For sure. And so, Anna, let's go ahead and we'll pull one card for you. And here's a second card. Oh, there we go. These are interesting. These are real interesting. So, Anna, the energy that surrounds you is the energy of forgiveness. So, this feels like it feels like you feel like that you can't be forgiven, or that like you've done something and like maybe you've made a fool of yourself or something like that, and you're feeling very insecure about this, like moving forward. And so I don't know if this resonates with you at all, Anna, if this kind of hits with you or not, but I really feel like this is just like a message of like, you know, everybody messes up sometimes, and that's okay. Like, it's okay to like move forward, and don't be insecure. Like, everybody has to be a beginner. Like, everybody in the world has to be a beginner, and it doesn't matter what it is that you're thinking about or what it is that you're embarking on, what kind of journey you're trying to go down. If you know, if you are moving forward, if you are looking for love, say, or you're trying to make new friends, or you're starting a new hobby, like, it's always going to be rough the first couple of times that you do it or try it. Like, it's going to be difficult. You're like, I don't know how to do this thing. So it's okay to mess up, I guess, is the advice that I would give you. And don't judge yourself for it. Like, everybody starts somewhere, and we all grow in our consciousness and in our skill and in our ability and our awareness daily. We're always growing and changing. So be kind to yourself. It's like a little pat on the back almost. Oh, okay. Let's see. Rim says, hi, Rim. If you would like a reading, feel free to comment. JP says, I think I made a mistake with my partner. I sent a bunch of messages, and I want to know what the Libra partner's reaction is. For sure. Let's open up the cards and try to gain some more clarity. Anna says, thank you. You're very welcome, Anna. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. That's great. This is a really good card. Oh, hang on. Okay, so I dropped the card, and this is like a message. Like, when the card gets dropped, it's like, this is really important. All right. So now my beads are probably messing with the mic. The energy that surrounds you, JP, is prayer. And so this is a message that there are no mistakes. So what I feel like probably happened with this energy, this situation, is like you maybe said some things and it made you feel foolish or silly, and like, it's not a mistake. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is there's a reason why you sent those things, and whatever the reaction, it doesn't really matter, because like, here you are trying to be like your authentic self, and you're trying to like share something that's really super important, and it might have been good, it might have been bad, it might have been rough, whatever it was, it doesn't matter. The point is that it's already done, the messages are already sent, and now is the time to move on. And I don't think it was a mistake. It happened definitely for a reason. The energy that moves you forward, though, your clarity card, is this perception card. So I really feel like this is a message of tuning your perception, of thinking about things a little bit differently, and realizing that there are no mistakes in life. Like, I don't think that those messages were a mistake, and it doesn't even matter what the reaction is of your partner. And so, in other words, I wouldn't worry about it. Something my therapist told me, which I thought was really wonderful, was if somebody doesn't tell you there's a problem, or if somebody doesn't communicate with you, then like, you don't have to worry about it, because like, they haven't told you anything. So here you are sending these messages and communicating, and maybe they kind of ghosted you. Maybe they're kind of taking in, perceiving what these messages could mean, and they're processing them, and that's okay. And that's okay. Just give them time and give them space. But you should really shift your perception about this. It wasn't a mess up on your part. Like, you did what you needed to do. Okay. And I'm going to do, let's see, we'll read for Cindy. Susan Miller, I did read for you earlier, but it's way up in the feed, and I will tag all of these readings at the end of them, so you can go through and skip ahead to your reading if you want to watch it in the future. But Cindy said she would love a general love reading, so let's go ahead and pull a couple cards for for Cindy. What do we have to say about Cindy and especially about her love? Oh, okay. So this is JP, you're very welcome. Cindy, this is a very good message. What you got for the energy that surrounds you is the card of self-worth. And this is about knowing your worth regardless of your past experiences, regardless of what people have told you in the past. And this is a lot of like alignment energy. And so if you're asking particularly about love, the energy that moves you forward is a miracle. And so what the miracle card means is that you are moving forward in alignment with manifesting that perfect partner, with manifesting somebody who is really good for you. And so what I would say in regards to your love is that through understanding who you are, understanding your boundaries, understanding what you need, you are able to catch this energy and alignment that brings in this new partner that is very harmonious for your attraction. But you have to understand your own worth, the power of your own worth. And that's very important. I feel like maybe in the past, people haven't always respected your worth. And so it's important that you respect your worth, right? And I say this usually a couple times throughout the readings, but like, just because somebody else can't see your worth doesn't mean that you don't have any worth. It means that they just can't see your value. Doesn't mean that the value is not there. It means that they're ignorant. They're ignorant to the fact that you have value. All right, my friends. So I am going to go ahead and we're going to do one more general reading. And this is going to be a reading that talks about the energy of next week. What can we do to stay in good, harmonious alignment throughout next week? And how can we manage the energies? And you guys, like I said in the beginning general reading, like we're experiencing a lot of energetic upgrade, emotional upgrade, and changes in consciousness. One of the things, the messages I got from Spirit this week was that that magic will be more perceivable to ordinary humans. And so realistically, what this means for us as a collective is that magicians, like people who do healing work, like Reiki, any kind of magic, any kind of spell work, like you're going to actually be able to physically see that energy. You're going to physically see people doing magic. And this is going to continue to happen in more and more frequency as the weeks and months progress. Magic is going to become a bigger part of all of our lives. And so people who don't believe in magic are going to be in for it, really. And so what this is going to start to look like is a lot of the spiritual people, a lot of the healers that you follow on Instagram and social media, they're going to start posting pictures of them with spirits. They're going to start posting pictures of their auras, like their energy. Like you're going to actually physically be able to see people's auras and energy. And so we're moving forward into some wild alignment, and I am here for it. I hope that I hope that I am able to be alive long enough to see all of the energetic upgrade and changes in consciousness that we're all experiencing. But I worry that this is a very long cycle that maybe will be completed by the time I have grandkids or things like that. But let's go ahead and do this free reading. And like I said before, you guys, I really appreciate likes, subscribe, shares, comments, all that good stuff. That really super helps me out. Also check out my Patreon. I offer discounted services, and I do readings every single day for the energy and alignment of the day to give you advice on what you should do, how you should be intentional, how you should stay focused. And so check out Patreon. It's real cool, and the description is linked. It should be linked. If it's not, look me up on Patreon, Brittany freaking Chavez. But anyways, this is our general reading for what we should do to stay in good alignment next week. And so the energy that surrounds this next week is that quest energy again. And this came up a bunch of times in readings tonight. And the quest energy literally means that we are getting so caught up in perceptual reality that we are not able to stay in good alignment and good attunement with ourselves. So what I really feel like, again, we're experiencing the energetic upgrades, things are changing, consciousness is changing, everything is changing for us. And so we're going to get caught up in like the shiny things and the things that are falling apart, in the chaos and maybe even in the violence. And, I feel like the news is really super violent, and I try not to watch it. But I feel like we should not be caught up in the news, especially next week, and that we should just chill. We should just remember where we're at. And when I get this card, I always think about that quote from the Buddha. The Buddha always says, he says, it's better to travel well than it is to arrive. And so what that quote meant is that life is a journey, and that life is about traveling. It's about experiencing. It's about moving forward in consciousness and in energy and in authenticity. It's not about what you achieve. It's not about the destination that you reach. It's not about the degree degrees you earn or the people that you marry or even the careers that you have. It's not about any of that. It's about your journey. It's about how you live your life. And you have a choice every single day to choose to be intentional, to choose to be true to yourself. And like, there's no punishment either. Like, there's no punishment for any of us to, if we don't follow our authentic path. Like, if you don't follow your authentic self, the only one that you're hurting is you. Nobody is going to be like a boogeyman and like be like, oh, I'm going to strike you down with lightning now that you're not following your authentic self. That's not what this is about. This is about easing yourself into the energy of alignment for you. It's for you. It's not for anybody else. So you live in harmony and alignment for you, and you release judgment from everybody else, and don't get caught up in that perceptional reality. And of course, the energy that moves me forward, what moves us forward through the rest of the week is this passion card. This card is probably one of my favorite cards in the whole deck. This card is a princess who is reading to old folks at an old folks home. And so the message here is like this princess, she could be doing anything in the world. She could be doing anything. She could be out, I don't know, eating bonbons in a pretty garden. And she's not. She is being of service to the community, to these old folks, because she loves them, she nurtures them, she cares about them. So the message for us practically in our lives is, this is a strong, clear message. Do not let perceptional reality cloud your judgment, cloud who you are as an authentic, real creator, as a beautiful, wise human. Like, you know what you want to do. You know where your passions lie. You know what your heart says that you should be doing. You know all of these things. And so move forward in energy and alignment. Friends, you can go out there and you can do anything that you want. So why are you continuing to live a life that you don't enjoy? Why are you continuing to allow yourself to be around people who criticize you? Why are you continuing to be in this job that doesn't respect you, that doesn't pay you enough? Go out there and find a better job. Go out there and find better friends. Go out there and find better for yourself, because you deserve it. I love you guys. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to tune in. I will be live next Thursday at 7 p.m. Bye, friends.